a video of the Yoruba man that has the boldness to tell us the sponsor of Boko Haram. I'm sure so many of us must have watched the video, but for record purpose, KOIKIMEDIA is also going to put it on our timeline. I'm sure we've all watched it, whether on a different platforms, but I just want us to also have this on record. So you will sit down and you would have to enjoy it. It's going to last about an hour or a little bit more. Mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa kí a farabalẹ̀, ká jókòó, ká gbọ́n tí arákùnrin tí ó máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ yìí on this rebroadcast that I'm going to be picking up from Channels Television. You're not going to see my face. I'm going to be going away. I'm just setting this up. But probably maybe after the video is about to end, I would then come back on my seat. Àwa jọ jókòó, a jọ wá pè sórí ètò, a jọ wá sọ kí la gbọ́, kí ló sọ, nítorí pé bẹ́mi ṣe máa gbọ́, ó lè yàtọ̀ sí bẹ́yìn ṣe máa gbọ́. So èmi náà lọ nísìn, màá lọ wá nǹkan jẹ. Èyí náà ẹ fi oúnjẹ sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yín, kẹ́ máa gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá wa Kunle Olawunmi, èmi náà ń jẹ́ Kunle Ọlákúnlé, èmi náà jẹ́ Ọlákúnlé. So these are the kind of exposition that we want to hear more from our previous Yoruba Navy security. They need to start coming out now so that gbogbo tí àwa tí a jẹ́ agitator tá ti ń pariwo láti joy, a lè mọ in tí a máa sọ. Then also, tó bá di on the 30th of August, let me just put up my face quickly. Then I'm going to take off my camera. But like I said, I won't be in this broadcast, but just look at my face. That is my face there. I'm sure you all know what I looks like. This is KOIKIMEDIA. A very good evening. It is the 26th of August 2021. It's about almost 6:30. So bí ṣe ń ṣe sọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ìdílé lẹ̀, má bínú, ká fi ìdílé lẹ̀, ká jọ fi ara balẹ̀ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá yìí máa bá wa sọ. I won't be in the picture. I'm going to remove my camera. But I want you, bí ẹ ti ṣe mọ̀ pé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ní kí n sọ fún gbogbo wa pé on the 30th of August, kí gbogbo wa ká gbìyànjú, ká try, ká make sure pé court case tó ń bọ̀ ní Ọ̀yọ́ State, let us appear there with all our, outfit and put it out there that, we are not criminals. So the court case, ó máa wáyé ní Ọ̀yọ́ State ní on the 30th. Ẹ mọ̀ pé kéèsì kan lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ní Ọ̀yọ́ State tí agbéjọba lọ sí court. The last time, Attorney General of Federation, ó náà wò mọ̀ kankan nípa ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ilé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho. So ẹ jẹ́ ká farabalẹ̀ ká jókòó. I guess we have all our network. I'm just setting up everything so that by the time we're set up, we will roll out, everything simultaneously. Èyí tí ẹjọ́ mọ káàárọ̀ òjíire tí ẹ ṣì ń sọ pé Nigeria is a country. Èmi fi ń tó wa létí nísìnyí pé bóyá tá a bá tún gbọ́n tí former Navy comrade bàbá wa Kunle Olawunmi, he did this interview on Channels Television yesterday. Ìjọba ti ń lé channels mú. So there's tendency that we might not see this video again. So it is important that we also save it on our archive so that tó bá dọjọ́ iwájú tí wọ́n bá ń play history ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà, wàá lè bá lórí bíbáyìí. I heard that the two journalists that interviewed Olawunmi has been arrested by the DSS. Okay, I won't be surprised. As I was watching you as well, Citizen AY. Thank you very much. Kudos to every one of us. Please support Citizen AY. It's been streaming, and we need all this awareness. Shari gbogbo tí gbogbo wa ń ṣe, shari baby náà ṣe ń lọ sí stadium football ground. Awareness kan ni mo lọ ń create. Èyí tí Citizen AY náà ń ṣe tó ń swim. Awareness kan náà ni. Gbogbo wa la ní different area tá fẹ́ fi attract information tá à ń gbé jáde. So èmi ò mọ bó ṣe ń wẹ̀. Bí ẹ tó bá yá Citizen AY máa kọ́ mi bí wọ́n ṣe ń wẹ̀. I won't be surprised, but I don't want us to stay too long with my own conversation and bore you. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá fẹ́ gbọ́ gangan òun lélẹ̀ ẹ fìdí kalẹ̀. So I will take off my camera now. You're not going to see my face, and then you will see the full screen now. Yeah, we're good to go. Once again, enjoy it. By the time tí a bá parí ẹ̀, àwa jọ wá pè sórí call. I will open the phone line. Àwa debate lé lórí. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ lọ sórí Oòduà TV. Kẹ́ lọ support Citizen AY. Bàbá tí ń wẹ̀ láti fi ṣe awareness lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Èmi tí ń lọ sí stadium láti fi lọ engage àwọn òyìnbó tí wọ́n mọ̀ nípa Yorùbá nation. Olúkálùkù wa la níṣẹ́ tá máa ṣe. Enjoy it. Let us now play it as it's coming to our screen. Once again, this is giving us a real insight of who is Koiki. Go to bathroom. Okay, I'm not going to the bathroom. Come on. I'm going to have a food. I'm going to eat. So enjoy it, and let us continue to say no retreat, no surrender. Yoruba nation, ó ti ṣeé ṣe. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí Kunle Olawunmi, because wọ́n lè má fi sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, but ẹ̀mí àwọn Elédùmarè kó sí wọn lọ́kàn. Wọ́n ní kó sọ fún wa. Enjoy it.
Welcome back. Yes, we'll be talking about what you just saw now, the security breach in NDA. And we've got Commodore Kunle Olawunmi joining us here this morning. He's the head Department of Criminology and Security Studies, Chrisland University, Nigeria. Good morning, sir. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, this is it's one of those blow your cheeks out moments, because lots of people, when they heard it, they just thought, no way, this can't be. But they just thought, well, in fact, some people thought it was fake news. Others thought, nah, maybe there could be some other explanation to this. And then the academy put up this press release saying, yes, it's been compromised. And here we are today. So details are emerging that raises more questions than answers at the moment. But what's your impression of this, for instance?
Thank you very much. My impression, I think, is just the impression of every Nigerian at this point. This is an aberration. I mean, you don't attack Nigerian Defense Academy and kill officers and get away with it.
Yeah.
The last time I was in NDA was in 2017. I went to carry out an investigation by the Minister of Defense. I wanted me to check what is going on with the training and the security environment there. I remember I spent about a week at NDA with the commandant and with the staff, But something struck me. And that was every Friday, the gate of NDA is thrown open. And everybody have access to come and pray in the mosque. And I want to actually enjoin journalists to go to all military formations across the country on Friday by 1 o'clock. You are going to see the same thing happening across all military formations, including Naval Training Command at Papa, including the division in Ibadan, including NDA, including Jaji. I was in Jaji in 1994 for my junior division. And every Friday, our gate is thrown open. And everybody comes in to pray in our mosques. Even though they have their mosque outside. If you go to defense headquarters, I served at defense headquarters as the Deputy Director, Defense Administration between 2015 and 2017. Throughout my 2 years at Defense Headquarters, I received visitors only twice because of the strict security architectures at the Defense Headquarters. But every Friday, the gate of Defense Headquarters is thrown wide open for everybody to come in and do Jumat. That is the time the terrorists have the time to profile our security environment.
Has that always been the case?
It has always been the case. I've served the military intelligence for the past 35 years. It has always been the case. Our problem is religion and social-cultural. I mean, people expect me to come here and start talking about kinetics, about operation and so on. I've been an operational commander all my life. I've commanded warships, I've commanded troops, I've commanded men outside Nigeria and so on. But I'm not going to come to your station to discuss kinetics. The problem is not kinetics. In 2017, 2016, I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I told them, General Olawunmi then, that the challenge we have in this country cannot be solved the same way we solved the problem of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta problem was solved during Yaradua time, basically by me. And I told them that we can't use that same template for Boko Haram. I told General Olawunmi to look at the center of gravity of the problem. And we all came together. I was made a member of the committee, including Atahiru that just died was a member of that committee in 2016, 2017. And we came to a conclusion after several arguments. And the arguments were three. To identify the center of gravity of the problem, one group said it is the fighters, the Boko Haram fighters are the center of gravity, so we should go after them. Another group said the center of gravity of Boko Haram is Abubakar Shekau. So if you go after Abubakar Shekau, then the problem of Boko Haram will be solved. I took exception to the group. I said that is not the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram insurgency that we were having between that 2012 and 2017. And General Olawunmi asked me, Olawunmi, why are you giving problem? What is the problem? Give us the answer. And I told General Olawunmi that if I tell you the answer, you're not going to be able to solve the problem. He said, what is the problem? I said, the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us. Because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them.
When you say we,
I was in the military intelligence. And the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem. Because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that Buhari government has refused to try them?
So the government knows sponsors of Boko Haram?
Of course, it's in the news. In April this year, the government said they have arrested 400 Bureau de Change related people that were sponsoring Boko Haram. They told us. And Abu Dhabi also helped us to arrest few Nigerians. Tried them, we know them. Why can't this government, even though that they are partisan and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial?
So the Bureau de Change operators on the one hand, but you particularly said people in government. Are those part of the Bureau de Change, or those people that you say are in government are still there, government is aware, and government is condoning them?
The people I mentioned that are in government are not these ones they just arrested. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. And I was in the military intelligence that time. we arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that were arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday? And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for general land shocking, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them.
Yeah. You know,
so the solution I gave them was that if we can pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also, going to be difficult to deal with. I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blimps. The blimps are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blimps are equipment that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence. And we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from, and when they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to.
Okay. Well,
they did not buy this equipment up to.
Okay, you said quite a number of things. Let's pick up on some of them and see if we could make some, if you could shed some further light on some of them. Since 2012, I mean, you've been in operation, as you said, ever since that time. You questioned several people. Some people were identified at that time. Did the government at that time try any of them? Or were any of them also in government at the time?
No, the government did not try any of them, and the defense headquarters where I worked then did not pursue that line of operation because it's beyond them. The defense headquarters, actually, when you look at the defense structure of Nigeria, they lie within the policy strategic level, but basically they are operational guys. So when you have policy problem, then they cannot go beyond their masters. They can write intelligence report and say this is what is going on. And we've seen that the present government know what is going on.
I'm sorry, is this a policy problem? I mean, the laws are clear. If someone is said to be involved in something as devious as this, the laws are clear. This person is meant to be arrested, questioned. I mean, it's quite clear. So is it a policy problem? We have the laws. So what is stopping the security agencies from actually enforcing the law, since that's what they are?
I think what is stopping them is like when you are a member of a church and your pastor have decided to be at a certain level of spiritualism and you're a member of that church. You cannot be higher than your pastor spiritually. You can't, no matter what you do.
So this is the same religion you spoke about?
Yes. In real life, you see that the defense headquarters cannot conduct any operations that is not sanctioned by the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. They cannot.
No matter how small, little.
They cannot. When the Yoruba government decided to put an end to Niger Delta militancy, that was in 2007. What he did was simple. He called all the security chiefs and all the intelligence chiefs and tasked them to come up with a solution. The Defense Intelligence Agency, the National Intelligence Agency, the Department of State Services were called with the Inspector General of Police and the Interpol to come up with the solution to the problem. Then the problem was Niger Delta. The president was Yar'Adua. He was dispassionate. He wanted to solve the problem. Within 6 months, we solved the problem. I remember I have to go to Angola to go and bring Herioka, and nobody in Nigeria knew what we did. All we know is that since 27, 28 that we conducted the operation under Yar'Adua, Niger Delta issue has remained manageable. This government does not want to resolve this problem. They are escalating it because of tribal and religious sentiments.
So when you say this government does not want to resolve it, don't forget the same government has purchased. In fact, they're going to induct the Super Tucano jet because of, the insecurity situation. They have, the president has had to change guards, as it were, as a result of people's clamor. I imagine if that was not in the thinking, why would you go that length to make some of the, some of the pronouncements, the meetings that have happened, the purchase, the change of guard and the rest? Why would they do all that if they don't want to solve this?
Because that is not the solution. What you just mentioned is not the solution. When you have a problem at policy level, strategic level, operational level, when you have a problem, what you need to do is to identify the center of gravity of that problem and attack it. That's what we do. What they are doing is not attacking the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram and insurgency. So if the president is buying Super Tucano, is changing service chiefs, that is not the solution. We are looking at the wrong side. It's not kinetic. It's politics.
Are you ruling out kinetic altogether?
I can't rule out kinetic because it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum, so you can't rule out something. But the center of gravity is what they should look at. And what is it? I'm saying it on this channel. It is the sponsor of Boko Haram and bandits.
And speaking about the sponsors, when you say the DSS, and they could be listening to you, but so they profile, part of their responsibility is to profile all of these persons before they either vie for elections or before, they are nominated for any of these positions. Doesn't that happen? Don't they get intel and say, look, this and this is what we found, and then we don't think that this should proceed further? Doesn't that happen?
It does. When I worked with the DSS in 2007, because when Yar'Adua approved the operational order that we did, we now have to work together as a team. He actually forced all of us to sit down together and work together. I was surprised at the tremendous amount of information had by DSS. I was shocked. We in DI, I was in the Defense Intelligence Agency, and when they were forced to bring out the files, I was shocked. They have so much information at DSS presently as I'm talking about what I'm talking about. They have. But you see, if a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the Commander-in-Chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them and they're still there. The chief of naval staff was in the intelligence with me. We were together in the Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics, the sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized.
Assuming but not conceding that, that all of this is the case. So what is the end game? Because I imagine as a strategist, that's what you think about too. So these things are happening. What is the end game? So why will this be allowed to fester? For what purpose?
The end game for them, because we did, normally when you want to look at this type of challenges, what you do is that you go through what we call the intelligence circle, okay? when you do the processing and you do the analysis before dissemination point, you discover that the end game for them is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. And it's a mindset. And anything goes. In other words, 10% casualties, 20% casualties allowed in trying to achieve the end game of Islamizing this country.
That's for the terrorists, the bandits.
It's not for the terrorists and the bandits, for the sponsors. Because I told you, and I will repeat on this channel, the sponsors of Boko Haram and the bandits are the problems. And defense headquarters, the army headquarters, the naval headquarters, the air force cannot do anything about that. Buhari has to do something about that. The Interpol has the list of those people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. I work with Interpol. They should ask, if they don't know, they should ask. The government of Dubai, they have the list of those people. During the trial of those people that were caught, names were mentioned. They have the list. The government also told us that they've arrested 400 sponsors of Boko Haram. Why should the government not try those people and bring peace and harmony and safety to this nation? Why won't the government do that? Those people that are going to harass cadets and officers in NDA, they live around the place. I know NDA very well. I was in Georgia, I was in NDA as young officers, and I know the area very well. They live around the place. So why can't you put up a blame that can see what they are doing in real time and eliminate them? Why won't you do that?
In fact, there were more details saying that some persons slept up, but we'll come to that hopefully. Marco has got some questions for you. Marco, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Chamberlain. Much as we're looking at, it looks like we're looking at the remote causes. The immediate causes, I think, is what is worrying a lot of people in terms of the significance of the attack. For some people, they're wondering, what do you think were the bandits trying to pass home a message when they chose the National Defense Academy as the area of the attack? I mean, as the area they decided to attack. Because normally people know that military installations, for instance, if you were to, I mean, you've talked about how the military institutions are usually open to the public on Fridays. There'll be questions as to this attack did not happen on a Friday, it happened on a Tuesday. So the guards were supposed to have been up. So there were questions as to what happened, how was the perimeter breached, what about the guards that are usually mounted on, watchtowers, what were they doing, were they asleep? There'll be areas where there are CCTV cameras. What happened in those areas as well? There are huge questions around around that. And then the significance, what gave these bandits the audacity, the temerity to be able to say, this is going to be the area we want to attack today? Do you have any questions roaming in your head in terms of, what were they trying to really achieve beyond? Because some people say this is not about ransom. Maybe they want to take a ransom, yes, maybe. But it looks like they were trying to send home a message.
Yeah, thank you, Marco. You just got it right. They just want to send a message. And this is what terrorists do. And what the Buhari government should do is to tag these people as terrorists. What they want to do is to send a message to create fear and to show the military that we can come for you and there's nothing you can do. You may not know, I don't know whether it's out in the news, that the major has been killed. Belongs to some groups, and I know about 3 hours ago his body was found. He has been killed. So it's not about ransom. I just want to confirm to Marque that she is right. It's not about ransom. They just want to pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban. They think about the Mujahideens. And they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia and there is whatever thing they have in their head they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians.
Quickly,
Please go ahead.
this part of what you just spoke about now, the security agencies gleaned this from those who they arrested over time. So this is the intention.
Absolutely. The intention of it's on the internet. So it's not even about the people we interrogated. The intention is to Islamize Nigeria and practice Sharia. And it doesn't matter if some people die. It doesn't matter if you're embarrassed. It doesn't matter if our economy has degenerated. Look at the interest rate. Look at the inflation rate. Look at the debt profile of Nigeria. They don't care. As long as at the end, the Quran is at the sea. So some people in this country have this mindset. And we must tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you die. If you don't tell it, you die. Some people have this mindset to Islamize the nation. And they are in the government. And people know them. The DSS know them. The NIA know them. The DIA knows them. Because it is the DIA that conducted the operations, that arrested these sponsors. So they know them. Why is the government, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces?
The general area of Afaka, where the NDA is cited, is no stranger to this sort of attacks. Before now, I mean, a few other institutions around the Defense Academy have also been attacked. Talking about the Institute of Agriculture and Forestry, Mechanized Division, something to that effect. I can't remember the exact name of the institution now, but we do know that they have been around this area. Now, I'm looking at the front page of Daily Trust newspapers, and they have this, why NDA security was compromised. And the first writer says, bandits leave peacefully. Peacefully is in parenthesis, near academy. There have been questions before now that sometimes, this happened in Jos, around Rukuba, that, there were attacks happening in the neighboring area, and that the military institutions did nothing. The same thing happened when there were attacks on the airport, the airport's residential area in Kaduna. That was very close to the Defense Academy. They did nothing. Or they attacked the forestry school in Kaduna. They did nothing. Now they have finally come for them. But the talk is that these people have been there all along. They never went anywhere. The bandits who perpetrated this attack have been there all along. Does the military really need, I mean, if this is something that is of concern to the security agencies, because it was only a matter of time from what it would seem that we're reading that these attacks were going to happen, it didn't really need to wait this long before they took action against people they knew were a security threat to not just them, but also the people around their environment.
Yeah, Mape, I may also shock you that some cadets have been abducted before now. And when they took these cadets away, and they demanded for ransom, as low as 400,000 naira at that time, the cadets were released after the ransom were paid. And the cadet told them that where they took them to, that they could hear the parade going on in NDA, that they were not taken far away from NDA, that every morning they hear the parade and the programs going on in NDA while they were in the camp of the terrorists. You are right. These people live around NDA. It's about social-cultural issue. As long as you are a Muslim and you speak Fufude or Hausa, you can do whatever you like and fraternize with the military and go in and out of the barracks. You are saying that the attack did not happen on Friday. Of course, it will not happen on Friday, but they have enough time to carry out surveillance. They have enough time to have insiders that will work with them The problem is that journalists should go around our military institution this Friday and carry their cameras and see the decadence, the security breach that goes on every Friday in all military institutions across Nigeria, and tell the Minister of Defense to put a stop to that. The defense institutions, they are sacred. They are not where people can come on Friday, open the gate, because they want to come and do Jumat. The truth is that on Sundays, we don't have such, invasion of our premises by Christians to come and pray or to come and do whatever on Sundays. But for the 35 years I spent in the military intelligence, if you go to Tego Barracks in Apapa, it's the same. The Tego Barracks is where I was trained as an intelligence officer. It's the same. On Friday, they will troop in. They throw it open. It's religion. And because we must think about solution. The Minister of Defense should stop this. They should make pronouncement and stop it. Every Friday, people should go to various mosques around them to pray and maintain the sanctity of our military institutions. That's what
I want to know if this has been an issue before now. I mean, has this been anything that, the people at the top in the military have found as a source of concern? Let me raise an instance. For instance, we know that at almost every security institution, even on the roads here in Abuja, before you can enter the same road that leads to any military institution is divided in two. There are huge barricades to prevent anybody from just entering, so to speak. This became a source of concern for the military, especially after the attacks on the police headquarters. Has this been a source of concern for for the top brass of the military to say, hey, look, if we're taking these steps to put barricades, then this is also going to be a source of concern for us. What can we do about it? Have they elevated this discussion?
At defense headquarters, every Monday, even if you go this Monday coming, you will see they're always there to discuss intelligence and security brief. We discuss all topics there, including the issue of Muslims gathering every weekend. All those barriers you see at defense headquarters. And that's why I'm talking to the media. They should go there on Friday. The barrier is no longer there. It's open because it is Jumat. And this is when they come to carry out surveillance. If you look at what happened in Mogadishu Barrack, it was the same. That was the time they went there and blasted the place and killed a lot of people. It's these same people that are allowed to have access on Fridays and become members of the mess because they are, it's a social-cultural issue. So I think we should begin to look, the Minister of Defense should put an end to this, because for 35 years of my stay in the military intelligence, it has been the case. Both naval institutions, Air Force institutions, Army institutions, even the Department of State Services. Once it's Friday, the gates are thrown open, and people come from outside, and there'll be no space. They'll be all over. If you go to Defense Headquarters on Friday, this Friday, you see them littered everywhere.
This conversation is usually quite tricky. I mean, people listening, some might take different perspectives to it, thinking, oh, is this a religious thing? Is this an ethnic thing? They ask, is it only Muslims you have in the military? Is it only people from this certain cultural, heritage that you have in the military? And I'd like us to tackle the issues. You have mentioned what you have called the core, as it were, of the problem. How do we tackle this without viewing it from a religious spectrum, an ethnic spectrum? Because well, Nigeria is quite, polarized across, these groups, ethnicity and religious. How do we tackle it without coming off as though you're inciting people, on those lines?
You see, one thing I discovered in this country is that when it comes to religion, everybody is very sensitive. But the fact I have laid bare is from the experience of 35 years of military intelligence. So I'm not coming to the air to whip up sentiments, no. I have been in the system. I work with Abacha government. I work with Babangida government. I work with Abdul Salam. I work with Yar'Adua Obasanjo. As a core insider of operations, I belong to a group of people that you are not supposed to see, people that you are not supposed to hear, because we have three classes of military officers. I belong to the wars group. I lost my family because my family does not have to know where I have been, where I have gone, and I cannot talk. I've seen Kunle here, I've seen Stan Lambo. Some of us belong to that group that we are not supposed to be seen, and we are not supposed to be heard. The truth I'm telling you now is not about sentiments. Is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. I said you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on the issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized. I'm a federal person. My mind is federal. My brain is federal. My loyalty is federal. I do things for the federal government. So I cannot come here and try to be sentimental. No, I'm a federal person.
So will your life be at risk now that they're hearing you?
I don't care. I don't care. And my colleagues, they know me. Those people that are listening to me, they know me. I don't care. The issue is that this country is bigger than an individual. That is the issue. This country is bigger than individuals. Buhari will come and go. Eliminating me or killing me will not solve the problem, and will not add value. But he will come and go, and somebody must come and repair the damage to the psyche of this society, the damage to the polarization, to the nepotism that I've never seen in my life. I work with all these presidents. This is the worst situation I've found myself. And believe me, internet does not forget. I was part of the people that helped to bring Buhari to government because I believe in him.
Have you worked with the government after that?
After
you helped bring the government?
Oh, of course, I worked with him. We brought him in 2015, and I work as the Deputy Director of Defense Administration. And we have a lot of hope in him. And we actually are ready to do anything for him. What he has turned out over the years is shocking to us. I was in Harvard in 2014, in December, when the Department of State Services and CIA and others were contemplating about Buhari and other aspirants. I know what we did to convince the American government that the only person that can come and put this country right is Buhari. That was before the Lagos, APC, before they chose within. And that was how Tinubu came in. We know what we did, but what he has done in the past 6 years is shocking. It's unprecedented. And it should not be allowed to be swept under the carpet because the damage to the psyche of this country is monumental.
We'll talk more on this, but pardon me, we've kept Mr. Alfred Ngonoju waiting. He's a security consultant and the forensic investigator as well. Good morning, and pardon us, we just had to explore some of these positions. So, you've been listening to what's being said, and then perhaps also read and updated yourself with the current situation concerning that scenario with the NDA. What do you think?
First, let me thank my dear brother as a patriot. He's speaking not to impress anybody. He's speaking as a patriotic Nigerian. He's also expressing his experience at times in service to Nigeria as a nation. May I also condole with the families of the officers and men that were brought down during this attack. It's pathetic. To say it's unfortunate is to make light the issue of what is happening to us as Nigerians and what is happening to Nigeria. The least of our aspirations and expectations was to find ourselves where we currently are, as a people. It's worrisome that there has been this, unseriousness about tackling the identified threats. And I believe that one of the solemn pledge of any officer is to protect the territorial integrity of our country. Now, when these territorial integrities are being flagrantly held with contempt and invaded with impunity, I think something must have given way. And there doesn't seem to be a response, a measured response to some of these threats as expected from people under oath, from people who have sworn to protect and defend the territories of Nigeria. Having said that, frankly, and I want to thank you for allowing the veteran to just take us down the line. And I think you've been one of the most courageous Nigerians I've met in my entire life. So I give you my compliments, sir. We are worried. I'm a father, I have children, and I'm sure most families are concerned. When you put it side by side with the stories coming from the Middle East, particularly the Afghan story, the invasion of the Defense Academy is a signature to life. It's something that we do not have an explanation for. And I expect that a couple of things should happen. One of which is that I think the National Assembly, if they are not compromised, should look at the options of impeaching the president. I'm sorry, I'm an APC member, but I think when it comes to the safety of the land, too many things have happened, and they're becoming too frequent that if anyone that truly loves Nigeria is not angry or upset, then the person will be a hypocrite. The person must be a saboteur. Secondly, I also feel that the structure of the Nigerian security should be reviewed. Now, we are going to be careful in making statements because we are in the public platform, being that things people say could be either misinterpreted or taken out of context. However, the truth must be said. We are facing a very dire situation. From a criminal intelligence perspective, it is very unhealthy for a nation of over 200 million, and with the strength of army that is in excess of possibly 200,000-300,000, to sit, watch, and these people invade our space.
And Mr. Lamju, Pardon me, if I can jump in as well. I mean, you were right when you said they could misinterpret certain things. In fact, they could even misinterpret your call because, I mean, you're a security person and you're talking politics to the National Assembly. So let's leave politics for them to do what they have to do in politics. But speaking about security, now that this has happened, of course, they'll tell us there'll be investigation. They'll look through what's going on. So, having heard what Komodo has said, do you think that they can actually be a solution? Will they hit a brick wall, or do we expect any results from any investigation that will be going on?
Well, it will be impossible to think of a solution outside politics because the policymakers are the politicians. They run the show. The president is a democratically elected president. So he depends on not only his political interests, but also structures of the government, which is under the authority of political establishment. So the solution will come from two ways. First is that we have to, like General said, we have to identify where the problem is coming from. And he captured it very well. We are suffering from ethno-religious invasion of the establishment. When we eliminate the unbearing influence of religion and ethnicity in our systems, then I think we begin to promote patriotism. Now, patriotism can never thrive when religious and ethnic superiority, is in front of the banner. So we need to first of all look at the moral engagement. We need to come back to the table. And I think this to those who are crying and calling for restructuring in the country, because where we are, it favors a section of the religious interest more than the other. So what we're going to see is a systemic elimination of each other from the two ends, and then it will boil down to ethnic conflict. Because when you kill somebody that is a Muslim, he comes from an ethnic group, maybe he's a Fulani, or he's Hausa, or he's Yoruba, or Igbo Muslim, then it will trigger a chain of reactions. Now, if you kill a Christian, like the major that was taken, I understand he has a Christian background. So connotations and all kinds of innuendos and all kinds of things will be coming in. So we are sitting on a dangerous platform. The solution for...
Pardon me to jump in on this. On the Latino, there's a problem that came from me, actually. I mistakenly called you on your Nuju instead of on your Nugo, and thank you for understanding that it was an honest mistake. Thank you for that. Well, let me bring it back to Komodo. Looking at the narrative out there, they got in by 1 a.m., these terrorists, which sometimes they call them bandits. And now you look at the entire procedure, how this attack was carried out. And then they also said that those who were supposed to be manning the CCTV were sleeping at that time. So if you look at all this chain of events, what does that tell you?
Yeah, I think, when you come to tactical operations, the most important element for us is surprise. It doesn't matter whether they slept off, whether the people that are supposed to be... I mean, at that time, 1 a.m., they know that they can achieve the element of surprise. Even if, after 30 minutes of their invasion of that environment, it will take a lot to be able to respond to such an attack. So don't start looking for who to blame or who to...
It's just with a view to correct some of these things. Are they supposed to be sleeping in the first place, manning CCTV cameras?
For an attack, I've conducted attack in Niger. I've conducted attack in Angola. You see, no matter how fortified an environment is, no matter how foreign it is, if you can achieve the element of surprise, you win. I know NDA very well, I know the security architecture. Even if by that time, 1 a.m., they want to respond to that. I know the process. The weapons are in the armory. You need to go and open the armory and start signing. The bandits is not going to allow that to happen. They continue to fire and continue to follow up, and you cannot respond. Any response, you are going to be caught by bullets. So it's not about what happened at 1 a.m. Gentlemen, it's about what has been happening for the past 2 years, 3 years, where these people have been having access, unfettered access to NDA. And they carry out their surveillance, and they know the right time to strike. It's about 2-3 years back. It's not about now. So anybody that wants to investigate this issue should not look at now. They should look at what has happened in the past 2 years, 3 years, how porous the place has been, and try to mitigate it.
Two issues I'd like to quickly raise. First, do you also agree with the theory of insider collaboration for this to have happened in such brazen manner?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no, I mean, we do operations like this too. And there's no way we can succeed without somebody inside. We must compromise somebody inside, either through blackmail or through incentives. Maybe we give money, or we blackmail the person, or we try to indoctrinate that person. We can't succeed without an inside person. And this attack you saw has insiders collaboration. I mean, I've investigated cases like this over the years. And I know 60% of the time, when you send an attack like this, there's an insider.
So until that insider is fished out, we might have this sort of attack again and again.
It will always happen. There will always be insiders. If you look at the intelligence estimate globally, there are two variations. The variables are the hostile intelligence service, which is external to that country, and the domestic subversive organizations that is embedded in that country. Nothing evil can happen to a nation without the insider within that nation collaborating with the hostile intelligence services that is outside. It will always happen.
If I could just raise this other part, in the statement that was put out, the term unknown gunmen was used 3 times, the 3 paragraphs: unknown gunmen, unknown gunmen, unknown gunmen. Prior to this time, people called them bandits, some even called them terrorists. But is it instructive for you that it was a term unknown gunmen that was used?
It's deliberate. You know, I'm sorry to say that the media is part of our problem.
No, I'm talking about the statement from the academy itself, actually.
The academy also have to use that word to avoid reprimand from the higher authority. I was the commandant of Defense Intelligence College, and I know that at that time there are things I cannot say. If you term them terrorists, it carries a lot of weight, and you can be reprimanded for that as a commandant of NDA. So he is going to be very careful to keep on using that same term that is safe to use, because there are legal and other implications when you term a group terrorists. But I want to say on this channel that those people are terrorists. And if the government of Buhari is serious about putting an end to what we are seeing, he must pronounce them terrorist organization. Because when he does, it carries a lot of weight. And the reaction of the armed forces, where I belonged to before, will be completely different.
What was the point you were going to make about the media?
There is nothing that is going on today that is not actually tainted by the media. And that is why I have to come here and make bold to say what I've said. The media also know 80% of what I've said now, but they will not publish it. They know. I work with journalists. I was Deputy Director of Foreign Liaison at Defense Intelligence Agency. I work with journalists. I was Commandant Defense Intelligence College. I work with journalists. I train journalists in intelligence operations. They know. So why are they not also saying the obvious that will help the security and safety and progress of this country?
So at that time that you work with the journalists and training them and doing all of that, did you give them permission to publish your name as a source if they were going to go to press with those details?
Oh, I did. It was a policy because, you see, when I was made the Commandant of Defense Intelligence...
No, because you had said that you belonged to a group that was not supposed to have been heard or seen. Yeah. So how did you give them permission to publish your name?
Yeah, because at that time I was holding a different appointment. I've held a lot of appointments in the military. There are certain appointments I will hold that has no connotation with intelligence at all. For example, I was the Chief of Staff Logistics Command for the Navy. That appointment has nothing to do with intelligence. I was the defense advisor to Nigeria in France. It has nothing to do with intelligence. So there are times I hold appointments and I have to deal with journalists. And I must tell you, I can mention some of them, Mohammed of NTL, I trained them because I wanted them to understand that military intelligence is not like a court. I expose some aspect.
Even though most of the documents are usually top secret and they tell you can't publish or even access the document, even if you see it by mistake.
There are places you process top secret. I mean, if you want to talk about document security, it's a lecture of itself. You have unclassified materials, you have confidential materials, you have secret materials, and you have top secret. There are processes. It's an area of military that you need to do a lot of training. So when we bring journalists in and talk to them, we ensure that they don't see unclassified materials. And it's just for them to understand how the system works. Basically, if you go to Afghanistan, if you go to Iraqi, you see journalists embedded with the military.
But that's not the case here.
I think I tried to encourage you when I was the commandant that we should allow journalists to have access to some of the things we do so that they can say it as it is. Because when I conducted the operation in 2007 in Angola and I came to Nigeria, what to read in the newspapers, what to hear on television and what to see are completely skewed from what we were doing.
So why did they want that to happen here, to embed journalists?
I just think it's myopism. We have a lot of illiterates in the government that don't understand that hiding things in this 21st century doesn't work anymore. They try to hide information and they try to protect what they think is corruption to me. That's why they don't allow journalists to actually access some of these things, because this is the most corrupt country in the history of this country right now.
Mapa?
Well, sometimes, there are questions as to what usually will happen. I mean, in terms of, before you went into the journalistic exploration and how the media sometimes are part of the problem. I think that there's an ongoing conversation in terms of how the media can be help, can be a source of support to the military rather than a hindrance. But before we went into that discussion, I think we're talking about something else. And for some reason now, I think that has finally escaped me. But moving forward, because we're talking about the language used there, the fact that they were branded unknown gunmen, and the fact that even though it was a very short statement, it was used 3 times in that I think that there was some attempt to try and reinforce the fact that these are unknown gunmen in that very short statement. But I'm wondering, now that this gentleman, the officer who was taken, has been murdered and his body has been found, Do you think that there is any hindrance now stopping the military in going after these people? Because in many places they will tell you that people will always dare. I mean, we've seen attacks that have been very daring, even in the most developed places that are considered very developed countries. The difference between there and here is that when you do dare that sort of attack, the chances that you're going to come home or go back or go scot-free are very slim. Here we're yet to see how directly the people who committed an offense directly are, brought to book or do not go home and get away with it. Do you think that now that there is nothing at stake in terms of how this major, who his body has now been found lifeless, is there any hindrance stopping the military from getting the actual people, not just the general attack or attacks that happened days later, the actual people who committed this heinous attack and crime on the Nigeria Defense Academy?
Yeah, I think they're going to get them. No doubt about that. Few days, few hours, you're going to hear that the military will get them. I know how it feels when things like this happen to colleagues. There are times we actually disobey instructions. There are times we don't follow operational orders. When our colleagues are killed in a disgraceful manner like this. Since we know we have irresponsible people at the policy level, that at times we don't listen to them. So I can assure you on this station that the military will get them. They will go after them and they will hunt them down. And they're not going to follow all these mullah, imams, and all those people that feel that it is their birthright to Islamize this country and destroy the essence and the fabric of safety, progress of this country. So the military, they're going to disobey, they're going to go after them. And as I repeat, in a few hours, you're going to hear, they're going to get them, and they're going to deal with them.
Okay, just one more thing as we wind down. What would you advise Nigerians? I mean, they've listened to you, several things going through different people's minds now. What would you advise them to do in terms of, in the light of all that is going on, how should they conduct themselves? What should they do such that we all can have, at least contribute in whatever way we can to our country?
Which people are you referring to?
Nigerian citizens who are not perhaps in the military. Regular citizens.
Are you talking about the civil society?
Civil society.
What they should do?
Yeah.
I think what they should do, for me, the failure of governance is dependent. It's like a variable. When you do a simple linear regression, the failure of a government is dependent on the failure of the civil society. So you have two variables: a failed government or irresponsible government, and you now have at the other side an irresponsible and a failed civil society. This civil society has also failed. You cannot allow somebody to do for the past 6 years what this government and the so-called cabal, whatever you call them, have been doing to this country, and the civil society has been quiet. They have to speak out. They have to come out and resist tyranny. This is tyrannical government. You have to resist it. You don't wait until maybe he leaves in 2023, then you start, everybody will now jump out and start talking. Because the damage this government is going to do in the next 2 years is going to be more than what they've done in 6 years.
All right, we have to thank you for coming on, Commodore Kunle Olawunmi, and Mr. Alfred Ononugo. I have to also personally apologize to you, but just that we needed to explore some perspectives, but we do hope that, I'm sure you do understand. Thank you very much indeed for your perspectives as well today. All right, we're back in a moment. Join us again. Welcome back. Yes, we'll be talking about what you just saw now, the security breach in NDA, and we've got Commodore Kunle Olawunmi joining us here this morning. He's the head Department of Criminology and Security Studies, Christland University, Nigeria. Good morning, sir. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, this is it's one of those blow your cheeks out moments, because lots of people, when they heard it, they just thought, no way, this can't be. But they just thought, well, in fact, some people thought it was fake news. Others thought, nah, maybe there could be some other explanation to this. And then the academy put up this press release saying, yes, it's been compromised. And here we are today. So,
adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti wà lórí ìjókòó. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbórin lọ́nà ká tó open phone line. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa fele ìbára wa lọ́nà, and then we come back.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o, iwájú lójúgun ń gbé òkè níjọ́ òkè. Ìran ọmọ Yorùbá ọlọ́pọlọ pípé, ọ̀mọ̀wé ń bẹ, àgbẹ̀ ń bẹ, iṣẹ́ ọnà ń bẹ, kákóni mọ́ra. Kákọ́nilé, káyéni sí. Kásọ̀rọ̀ tútù tó yọbi lápò. Òwe ìbáwí. Òwe ìkìlọ̀. Òwe ìwúrí. Bọ́rọ̀ bá sọnù. Àkàlò èdè ń kọ́. Ibi gíga. Òwe ìwúrí. Bọ́rọ̀ bá sọnù. Àkàlò èdè ń kọ́.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá bára wa sọ tiwa níbí báyìí nísìnyí. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé ẹ káalẹ́. I think I still need my phone charger because battery mi ti low gan. So let me go on a short interlude again and then we'll come back. Enjoy this. Then I'm going to play orin Fulani what I'm play ní gbogbo ìgbà. And then by the time I come back, we open the phone line lórí interview comrade tí àwòtán yẹn àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣe àlàyé lé lórí, because so many things were exposed within that interview. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin ọlọ́gbọ́n kẹ́ bá mi dá sí. So ẹ jẹ́ ká máa fi eléyìí fi bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ náà kó tó di pé màá padà sórí ìjókòó.
Àsìkò ti tó. Yorùbá nation execute. Àsìkò ti tó. Yorùbá nation execute. Àsìkò ti tó. Àsìkò ti tó láti máa lọlé wa. Àsìkò ti tó. Ọmọ Yorùbá o. Àsìkò ti tó. Láti dá dúró. Àsìkò ti tó. Yorùbá nation a fẹ́ máa lọ. Àsìkò ti tó. Bàbá lọ́wọ́ òkú ẹrú. Àsìkò ti tó. Ọlọ́run abẹ́ o. Àsìkò ti tó. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ìgbésàn yìí lọ́wọ́. Àsìkò ti tó. Àsìkò ti tó. Àsìkò ti tó. Nàìjíríà ti tó pín. Àsìkò ti tó. Yorùbá nation ti fẹ́ máa lọ. Àsìkò ti tó. Ọmọ Yorùbá fẹ́ máa lọ. Àsìkò ti tó. Bàbá tó bàmá Ísírẹ́lì. Ìhun oko ẹrú. Íjíbítì. Nígbà tó kún bára ọ̀tán dìde láti gbé wọn mi lọ́jọ́ ọjọ́ sí. Ó lọ́wọ́ agbára sórí òkun pupa. Òkun pupa níyàn tó ilẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì wọn kọjá lọ. Olúwa bá wọn dán sí. Bàbá ìwọ la gbójúlé. Bàbá ìwọ la fẹ̀yìntì. Ìgbà tá bá fi lé ẹ lọ́wọ́ kì í bọ́. Àwòrán mi lé ẹ lọ́wọ́ kì í mọ ìfọyọ. Ojú gbọ́n ti dèwò ìwà wo bàbá. Bàbá ti wọ́ dọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Ṣé rí pé tí a bá ní àdúrà ń gbà ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire, ó jẹ́ kí a máa dúpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run, ká máa dúpẹ́ fún Elédùmarè. Lára ọpẹ́ wa ó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Ọpẹ́ wa ó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Torí pé ọ̀tọ̀ ni kí a máa jọ ṣe wàhálà báyìí tí èmi àti yín ká máa jókòó 4 hours, 3 hours, ẹlòmíì 12 hours. Ẹlòmíì ò tẹ ráyè gbọ́n kankan mọ́ lórí gbogbo tó ń lọ láyé ju pé ìjọ́ wo ni Yorùbá máa dá dúró. But ọ̀nà tó fẹ́ fi dá dúró yẹn ni gbogbo wa kò wá mọ̀. Ọ̀nà tá fẹ́ gbà dá dúró àmọ́ a kàn ń gbìyànjú pé sẹ́ Yorùbá láti dá dúró. Mo kí yín bẹ̀ màmá wa Tómilọ́lá Agnes, Fáṣínà Abíọ́dún, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin Alájà Musurat Adéníkẹ́, màmá àgbàlagbà ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé, àwọn ti Manchester. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ti Birmingham, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ti Cardiff, Catibal, màmá mi Fúnkẹ́ Bello, ó tójọ́ mẹ́ta, mo mọ̀ pé bí tẹ́ gbúrò pé mo pè yín padà, tẹ́ bá ti ń fi àdúrà ránṣẹ́ sí wa, ìyẹn náà tó. Koiki the medical at all. Mo kí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ Akínọlá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣojú òpó torí pé àyè ọpẹ́ wa pọ̀. Mo mọ̀ pé there is a kind of a background, má bínú, ẹ mọ̀ pé so ẹ mọ̀ pé tá a bá ń ṣe studio lẹ́yìn inú ilé báyìí oríṣiríṣi ni sometimes ló máa reflect, but ẹ má worry nípa yẹn. Now tí gbogbo wa ti láǹfààní àti gbọ́ bàbá wa tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ tán, mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o màmá mi Rúkàyát Ọmọ́wùmí Lásìsì, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ká tó wọnú ètò lọ, bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ní kí n máa kí wa. Wọ́n ní kí n máa fi tìfẹ́tìfẹ́ kí n máa fi kí gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire pé a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó sú wa o, a dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó rẹ̀ wá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tá gbé dání. Ká má wo gbogbo ohun tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, ẹ mọ̀ pé oríṣiríṣi ló ń lọ. Àwọn tó wà náwọ́ DSS, àwọn G49, àwọn tó ti lọ àbí táwọn náà, wọ́n ní ká má tẹ̀rù gbogbo yẹn pátá. Wọ́n ní ká má ro gbogbo ẹ̀. Ibi tá à ń lọ gangan, òun ní ká máa fọkàn sí pé Ọlọ́run láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà mú wa délẹ̀ lérí. And let me say this clearly, 1991 kíkan máa remind àwọn tó bá sọ pé yẹn ìjà ló fẹ́ bọ́ sí 1991 Soviet Union kò mọ̀ pé òun máa pín. Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ màmá mi Stella Ojo, Shina Yusuf, mo kí ọgbẹ́ni tẹ́ wà ní Libya, Oman, Saudi Arabia, UAE. Kódà wọ́n ti ń deport àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà kúrò ní Dubai. Fídíò kan tíyàn kan fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi, àwò bí a bá lè rí lò lórí program nísìnyí. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni jẹ́kọ́mọ̀ òṣàfúrẹ̀. I greet all our Biafra brothers and sisters. Kedu, mo kí gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní Plateau tí wọ́n wà nínú ìbànújẹ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ní kí n sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire pé a gbọ́dọ̀ wẹ̀yìn rárá in the midst of gbogbo tó wù bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá wà láǹfààní pé ẹ wà ní Ọ̀yọ́ nígbà tá a bá máa padà lọ sí court tá à ń gbéjọba lọ, wọ́n ní ká wọlọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ká lọ fi ká wà níta, a lè wọṣọ pé we are not criminals and we stand with Chief Sunday Igboho and the 12 and the G49. Àníṣe bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ní kí gbogbo wa, wọ́n ní kí yín. So kíyàn kan máa tún bẹ́ẹ̀ pé kí ló ẹ̀yin má wọlé nípa, wọ́n ní kí n máa kí yín ní, àwọn náà ní kí n máa kí yín nísìn pé kí n máa, wọ́n ní coordinator make sure pé ó pass iṣẹ́ mẹ́sẹ̀gì yìí pass sí gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire pé
èmi ni mo rán ẹ pé kó lọ sọ fún wọn pé mo ní kó máa bá ń kí wọn ẹ ní láti mọ bá ṣe communicate ẹ̀yẹn fìyẹn sílẹ̀ ẹ ní láti máa fẹ́ béèrè pé ṣé Telegram la fi sọ̀rọ̀ ni ṣé WhatsApp ló fi bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ni ṣé ìyẹn ọ̀kan ìwọ má wọrí nípa yẹn ìyẹn ò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú wọ but message tán ní sọ fún yín nìyẹn pé kí n máa kí gbogbo wa pé ká fọkàn balẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ń gbàdúrà ẹ̀ ń lọ nínú ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ń gbàwẹ̀ ẹ̀ wá ní irú bàbá wa tó jáde tó wá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀mí kan ló máa tì pé ní wọ́n lọ sọ́n tó fẹ́ sọ ní tó bá fẹ́ gbà ní kó gbà ẹ̀kan lọmọkùnrin kú ẹ fi pé ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn do you think that he has not thought and processing kó tó di pé wá jókòó sórí àga tó wá ń san tó ń san yẹn nínú Nigeria of today pointing finger with every government and this Buhari Fulani government that wants to Islamize Nigeria. Ṣé àìtí gbọ́ tó? So gbogbo ẹ̀yàn ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n Nàìjíríà. Ṣé ìtí alàgbà yẹn wá bá wa sọ that comrade tí gbogbo wa ti mọ tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn? Is that not more than enough to tell you that Nigeria is finished? It's gone. Ara gbígbàdúrà ni. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣiṣẹ́ Chief Sunday Igboho Adéyẹmọ Igboho Òòṣà jẹ́ common of Yorùbá land. Ó ní kí n kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá on his behalf as the spokesman of Chief Sunday Igboho. Ó ní kí n kí yín pé Yorùbá tá gbé dání a gbọ́dọ̀ dẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. We must remain absolute focus ibi tá à ń lọ. Àwa náà dúró ọgbà. Èèyàn jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn for more than 35-40 minutes ó ń release information tó jẹ́ pé a ever gbọ́ rí láyé látijọ́ tó ti bí mi. Èmi ìyẹ́ yìí tẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń kírun ní Nigerian Defence Academy wọ́n sọ di mọ́ṣáláṣí playing ground. I'm sure pé tó bá ní kí Kristẹni náà wá máa gbàdúrà níbẹ̀ wá ní no àwọn ò gbà. But nígbà tó jẹ́ pé Fúlàní ló ń darí gbogbo wa Fúlàní ló ń darí wa that is why they have the audacity and the God to open all the military barracks and say they are praying Jumat prayer there. Wọ́n ṣe lọ ṣe yẹn ní mọ́ṣáláṣí mi. Ṣé wọ́n lè allow in South East that the barracks remain open every Sunday for the Christian worshippers? Shit hole country. You have sat down and listened to one of the most important person that gave us a better insight of what we never knew for more Interboyen Agbori for the last 60 years of the independence of Nigeria. So let's open the line. So that kó má jẹ́ pé Koiki nìkan ló máa wà lórí ìjókòó. Let me open the line. Ẹni tó bá mọ nọ́mbà yẹn, you can go ahead. Yes, the country don scatter. Ṣẹ́rí Koiki má dogúnlé o Koiki ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ lórí show yẹn má dogúnlé sí Nàìjíríà. Mo ti gbọ́. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kémi dogúnlé. Ogun ti wọlé tipẹ́tipẹ́. The man say it. A ní láti replay any part of that video. Gbogbo wa láti fara wa gba láti gbọ́ ẹni tó bá gbọ́ wàá ṣe sùúrù tá a bá parí ètò àbí kó lọ sórí YouTube lórí channels kó tó di pọ́ máa yọ. Àwa náà dúró ọgbà a ní kò sí Elédùmarè a ní kò sáwọn tó máa jà on our behalf ìjà níbọn nísìn ṣé agbébọn lọ bá bàbá yẹn létí pé ọmọ tó bá sọ tó wà lórí ẹ a máa bló orí yẹn dànù ni. But now we have all the evidence. I guess we have our first caller on the line. Hello bàbá wa ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
White Lion báwo ni.
Àdúpẹ́ fọlọ́ bàbá.
Ó dá àṣírí máa tú àṣírí wọn máa tú ní.
Lágbọ́rọ̀ náà àdúpẹ́ fọlọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tí wọ́n dé mọ́lẹ̀ tó kọ́fà gbogbo ìlà ọlọ́mọ bá tó àṣírí wọn jáde. Ọlọ́mọ bá tó àṣírí wọn jáde àní wọ́n dẹ̀ máa dàrú.
Lágbọ́rọ̀ náà.
Fún ẹni àní wọ́n máa dàrú. I was so surprised and I was so depressed when I heard the news yesterday. No, the broadcast.
Yes, lánàá.
Yesterday. I was like sweating. It's like when it's like it's.
Interma fi ṣe program for throughout the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Interma máa fi sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ nínú nǹkan tó sọ. So ibi tẹ́yìn bá fẹ́ mú níbẹ̀ ẹ láǹfààní àti sọ bàbá mi ẹ yọ ti yí kúrò ńbẹ̀.
It's a kind of wrong. It's a kind of wrong.
Ẹ já gbọ́.
That opened yesterday. Any Nigerian that was hear that broadcast that we said he doesn't get anything point out of it, then the person's dead. Dead. For me, it's a huge book. It's not just a single book. It's a good book. A dictionary of this country that we had the for yesterday. A dictionary. A dictionary of this nation. Just one question is mean a full dictionary. One question. That is enough. White Lion is enough.
Thank you very much. Mo kí gbogbo èyí tí ẹ jẹ́ ọlọ́pọlọ ẹ já lọ sí island ká lọ bá bàbá wa Moses sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá mi kí lẹ rí sọ sí tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ torí pé wọ́n ní Koiki ló fẹ́ dógúnlẹ̀.
Ẹ̀rù bà mí o mo gbọ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó pin ni.
Àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Ẹ̀rù bà mí o.
Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ́tọ̀dọ̀ tí ní.
Máa yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí máa yẹn sọ ó ní ìjọba yẹn kàn ń ṣe nǹkan tó wù wọ́n ni. Ó lè fún ọ ní analysis pé ẹ̀kan ti tẹ̀tẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ pàlàpàlàpà. Pé kí wọ́n àwọn tó jẹ́ sponsor Boko Haram gan ni kẹ́ ẹ gbé kẹ́ ẹ follow up ìjà ogun. Ó ní wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Sentiment, religion àti ethnicity òun náà fi ń da ìlú yẹn rú. The only way out òun ni Yorùbá nation.
Àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Kó ní kálukú lọ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀.
Àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run tí mo fi gbọ́ gangan nìyẹn.
Ní kábíyèsí kan Moses Olúwakan ní àlùkò mi ò lè tẹ̀lé ìmọ̀ ìjẹ́lẹ̀ mi mọ̀ pé Ìgbòho òòṣà ìmọ̀ ládùúgbò mi tí mo wà yìí orúkọ tó ń pè mí nìyẹn mi ò dẹ̀ I don't fucking care. Báyìí mi ò nítorí wọn máa ṣẹlẹ̀ kó ṣẹlẹ̀.
Àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Mo mọ̀ pé nígbò bá yá àdéhùn tá à ń lọ àdéhùn tá à ń lọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ó máa láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Pẹ̀lú ẹlẹ́dàá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yẹn á dúró tì wá.
Àmín. Àmín. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Thank you. Máa tó wà láyé Amẹ́ríkà yẹn náà. Ààrẹ gbogbo yín ẹ̀kọ́ ìfọ̀mìyàn ṣe.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ọlọ́run á dúró sí i.
Thank you very much.
Àmín.
Thank you. Once again, a very good evening and welcome. And let me tell you, you can go to KOIKIMEDIA. Somebody somewhere, right up here, but because we have a lot of intelligent Yorubas and probably Middle Belt and the Biafra around the globe, as soon as the man was finishing that interview, somebody did a summary of it. Let's go straight to the next caller. Hello, caller. A very good evening.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Ẹ ti wà lórí ètò.
Bàbá kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Ó yẹ kẹ́ mẹ́rin tó ń pè é.
Mo ti mẹ́rin tó ń sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin ò ní ẹ máa sọ àá. Mo mẹ́rin tó ń sọ̀rọ̀, kò sẹ́ni tó ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ àfẹ́ni tí mo bá ṣẹ̀ pé tó bá ṣẹ̀ pé gbogbo èèyàn ni mo kódà mo mọ ibi táwọn èèyàn ti ń pè tí bá ti ń ìyẹn mo ṣe máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ìlú wo lẹ wà màá lè add ẹ̀ mọ́ nọ́mbà yín ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Welcome, sir. Thank you very much.
And we are so proud of you.
Thank you.
I want you to know everything that is happening.
Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Who will ever say that such thing will come out at this time?
At this particular time.
At this particular time, my brother. Imagine everything that man say. As if they put God on him to be saying everything.
Àwọn Elédùmarè ni wọ́n ti dìde. Wọ́n fẹ́ jà.
This journey is taking us to our greater glory.
Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
I want to call Yoruba nation will stand.
Thank you very much. Freedom first. Yeah.
I can't want it too.
Àṣírí
I was
títú.
listening to it is in a this afternoon.
Yeah.
He said something that we need to work very hard to protect that man.
Yes.
Because the next thing is how to take him off.
He's an asset. A Yoruba man, a real asset that we need by the time we get into Yoruba land. Ọ̀pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ, àwọn kan tí jáde. Ọ̀pọ̀.
The man was not looking at any, he was not reading from book.
No. Off air ni. He was reading, he was saying everything off air. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Accurately. We knew all of these things. We knew. Well, everybody knows. But thank God that he revealed it.
Yes. Thank God he revealed it. No. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Neutral.
But glory be to God.
Glory be to God. Glory be to
I want
God.
to encourage you, my brother.
Thank you.
Please, don't look back.
No,
Continue the good job. We are behind you.
Thank you, sir.
We are behind you.
Thank you.
Blood for blood, anything for you, we are behind you.
Thank you very
We
much.
only get our nation.
No going back. No going back. Eshegoni. Thank you very much.
We love you so much.
He says ki amaki gbogbo yin pátápátá.
We love you.
Thank you. Jekomo of Yoruba land. Eshegoni the caller. Let me quickly give us the summary. Like I said, I never wrote these, but I've already put it on KOIKIMEDIA.com. When you go there, go to the news, you will see all, and make sure you subscribe so that you can get a lot of information. Because èmi máa fi media bá ti wọn jẹ́. Ṣé Facebook ni láti ń lò láti last year? Àti wá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nísìnyí pẹ̀lú website. So that tí Facebook bá tẹ̀ ń lock wa away, a máa mọ̀ páwa la ni content wa ta tọ́jú pamọ́ sórí website. So that tẹ́yìn náà bá need it, ẹ lè lọ síbẹ̀ láti lọ mú. Let's go and speak to the next caller. Hello caller.
Hello,
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé ẹni tó ń pè direct láti Nàìjíríà, ẹ má lọ kàn ní sùúrù síbẹ̀ kó WhatsApp lẹ́yìn pé ẹ já lọ gbé ẹni tó ń pè wá direct ká fún wọn ní preference. Hello caller wa láti Nàìjíríà direct. Adúpẹ́ fọlọ́run. Yes. Mo wà live lórí broadcast. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ later. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Moment tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Ẹ má bínú kọ́lá ṣẹ̀ṣì wà ń bẹ̀. Ayé mo ní kẹ́ drop ó dà pọ̀ tí ń pè padà. Bàbá Musibao. Ẹ gbóhùn sókè bàbá wa. Ẹ má bínú. Ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú ètò nìyẹn. Exposition ó ti jáde báyìí. Ká wá máa ṣe analysis ẹ̀. Òun la fẹ́ máa gbọ́ báyìí. Ẹ bá mi sọ tẹ bá fẹ́ rí ọsọ nú ẹ̀ à ń gbọ́ yín.
Nǹkan tẹ́mi kọ̀ rí ní sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn ni pé kò sí nǹkan kan mọ́ máyì ti sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ fún gbogbo wa náà. I think it's the right time fún everybody to wake up. Láti dá dúró ni kò sí nǹkan kan. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí máyì sọ èmi kò gbọ́ rí láyé mi.
Bó la ti fẹ́ gbọ́. Ìtàn pé ẹ bá ń kí grandma. Màmá àgbàlagbà. Màmá àlùbáríkà. Àmì Ọlọ́run. Àmì 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 Allah àmì àmì Jésù àṣẹdùmarè àmì àmì ẹ ṣé gan ni àgbáyé dalẹ̀ ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you very much. Bàbá ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ ṣé gan ni. All right there. Mo kí gbogbo èyí tí ẹ wà nínú ilé tí ẹ níná but ẹ fi fóònù yẹn ẹ fi ń follow tó ń lọ. Àdúrà wa ti gbà nítorí pé Ọlọ́run ló bá wa ti bàbá yìí jáde. Ọlọ́run ni o. Ọlọ́run ni because àmọ̀gbà tí channels contact ẹ̀ pé bàbá ṣe wá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ. Ó lè náà wò sọ. He can deny it and say no, I don't want to speak because I don't want to be involved in that mess. Because àmọ̀gbà tí producer channel tó reach out sí tó dẹ̀ ní yes òun á wá sọ̀rọ̀ but kó tó di pé bàbá yìí wá sọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan kan ló máa ń trigger nǹkan kan something trigger something I think àlàyé mi ò yé yín èyí tẹ̀ ń follow mi nǹkan kan ló bá wa trigger in tí bàbá yìí fi wá sọ̀rọ̀ kí la mọ̀ tó trigger ẹ̀ wọ́n lọ sí Nigerian Defence Academy lótìtọ́ lódodo ẹ̀mí lọ nínú ẹ̀. Ẹ̀mí lọ nínú ẹ̀ kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ. I won't show that video but there's a video of this man ilé tó ń kọ́ ní Banana Island. Ó ẹ̀ ti parí ilé yẹn. Ẹ kúkú mọ àwọn ọmọ ayé. Video yẹn ti pop out. That video is already in circulation. I'm talking about whether it's this one or one of them. I don't know which one now. But ìkànnì wọn the house tó ń kọ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ó ẹ̀ ti parí ilé yẹn. Beautiful house in Banana Island. Is only the same age mate with me. Is a major. But Nigeria killed the dream. And Ọlọ́run tó fẹ́ fún wa ní exposition. Òun ló jẹ́ kó lọ attack Nigerian Defence Academy. Irú bàbá yẹn ti wá ń dúró látijọ́ pé òun sọ pé irú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìbáyìí ó ń bọ̀. And you can see the mannequin dead or alive. Àfi kó máa tún toothpicks ẹnu. They locked down the whole of Kano. Thank you very much. Babawa Martina Aladenika Bọ́sẹ̀dé. Oh, màmá wa ni, mo kí yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin màmá lálùbáríkà. Àní kẹ́ máa fi àdúrà yẹn. Ṣé rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àdúrà tẹ́yin ṣe yẹn? A máa rú oríṣiríṣi jáde. Tẹ́ bá lọ gbọ́ bàbá wa Tibetan. Jack Olushola, I see you there. Good evening. Yes, the man said he already lost his family, which triggered him coming to China's television. I love that point. Gbogbo point tó olúkálùkù bá fẹ́ lò, òun lẹ ní right láti lò, láti fi bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀. I will do, the show will end at 9 o'clock, but we will just focus more. Every day, òun la máa fi sọ̀rọ̀, because ọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ nínú nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn sọ. That is an exposition. He bashed the journalists. He given them the order to go to the front of the Nigerian barracks all over the country and see how they've turned it to, an Islamic center. And somebody is still sitting down somewhere telling me about one Nigeria. My brother, Kehinde, bones okay.
My brother, how's everything?
Otin Lanobai. Heku there.
If you remember, I told you, a drastic action will occur that will bring a drastic solution. You know, I used to say that.
Yes.
A drastic action will occur that will bring a drastic solution. So, key our band, our bandits,
terrorists.
Defense academy.
Yeah.
Between our army, one lost it, one they look when you want to kidnap you. That means Tico Basi inside that. Operation 1 year, they can never go in. You understand?
Yeah.
They never go in.
Yeah.
This is a simple arithmetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is single Fulani terrorists who are arrested. That means there is something behind it. Everybody now should open their eyes and stand up for their right. Everybody should open their eyes and stand up for their right. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, but Buhari, Operation Wedding. Why and Fulani Oshelo attack it there? It's a simple. Why two Oshelo attack it there? No, attack. One attack defense, whatever. Now, Emma Koiki, just listen now. Now, as a president, and you have a wife, you understand?
Yeah.
And right now, as a president, you have a wife. In Nigeria, I'm talking about Nigeria's system.
Yeah.
You know, your wife, my younger, first lady, I'm a younger,
first
lady, I'm a younger. I'm a sure first lady. Now, see this Buhari of a team, of a president that we have in Nigeria. The wives, since the first time, Buhari notice okay, the cabals are ruling Nigeria. It's not a husband ruling Nigeria. You understand me? Only the cabals are ruling Nigeria. Now, now, you see, the first lady could take the office, the first lady, first lady, for 6 months. Activities, first lady.
Yeah.
Everybody should just wake up. Everybody, I just don't know why we are taking time on this issue.
Hey.
Everybody should wake up. Let everybody break up. Let everybody go on his own way. And when people say power, they keep killing every day. Killing is now a normal thing that we see. I'm even showing my son killings because he is used to it. On the video, you will see it. He's used to it. You understand? You understand? So everybody they go that day, and I want to take this opportunity. They will believe in new religion. You understand? Right? Your long team, Mama, my join Yoruba nation. My name is Kehinde Michael. I will never go down on Yoruba nation. You understand me? I am fully support of Yoruba nation. You understand? Ìgbà tí Ọlọ́run máa kọ́kọ́ fún mi ní inspiration lórí kíní, ó kọ́kọ́ àlánimúlá. Ó sọ fún mi, only my son, only I am God. God is God. God is no Christian. God is no Muslim. Any way you serve me, I will answer you. You understand me? Now, I want to talk back on it, on the thing now. I want Christians, it's high time Christians should wake up. They should stop you. They are killing you people. You are saying God, God, God. God will never come down. Jesus will never come down. You understand? It's high time. The Christians, my Muslim brothers, They are Yoruba. I respect them. They are on their feet already. They are as in the Muslim brothers. Either they are from Yoruba or either they are from Kogi. I'm talking about all the people now. I want Christians. One man, God. Let me speak in English. I want Christians. They say God will come down and assist. God will never come down. In the Bible, go and open your Bible. They fought war. They fought many wars in Bible. They fought many wars in Bible. So all the pastors now should start preaching. Stand up. Tell your people that come to your churches, your church, that they should stand up and defend themselves. They should stand up and defend themselves. You Christians, stand up and fight for yourself and defend yourself. So that's it, Mr.
Thank you very much. That is my beautiful brother there, always on point. Thank you very much, all our Biafra brothers and sisters. I can show you briefly. Also, do you know that 5 out of the students that were kidnapped last month or in May have been killed? Eroti Niger. We have also lost track. Let me quickly show us this. I can show us because I can't post it on Facebook. But while we are again, before I show you, please, is a gruesome images. So understand that now before we show you briefly. 30 people were killed in the midnight attack at Yawa Zanga. Plateau State is on fire. Let us look at it. These are innocent citizens that the terrorists have turned to. Can you see that? This is all happening in Nigeria. Let's go straight to the next call. Hello, caller. About mute the background. About please. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ètò nìyẹn. Ẹ mute the background yẹn tán pátápátá. All right. I'm going. Àmì Ọlọ́run. Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Àmì Ọlọ́run. Àmín.
Àwọn alálẹ̀ náà ló gbé dìde. Nígbà tó máa ń gbọ́dọ̀ kó farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ pátápátá ni àdúrà ti tú. Ṣé ẹ rí pé àjẹpínlànà ọmọ kúlẹ̀ ní? Wọ́n ní lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ kọ́ lọ fi Ṣánẹ̀ pa. Wọ́n ní lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ kọ́ lọ àrẹ́sì gbogbo àwọn.
Ṣèbóhùn là ń rí nísìnyí Sahara reporter breaking news wọ́n ṣẹ̀ fi wọ́n lẹ̀ ní NBC nísìnyí. Àwọn ọmọ ọpẹ́ àti Chimbile àwọn ọlọ́ṣẹ̀ ń jáde kúrò ní NBC báyìí.
Ló bá yí àwọn pátápátá tó bá lè jẹ́ nípa àṣírí tí ń túbẹ̀ yẹn òun ló ń bí wọn lò ló ṣe ń fi ìkọ́ra yẹn.
So inú bàbá Lai Muhammed ò dùn báyìí. Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Àmín àmín. Chairman Boko Haram.
Òun gbọ́dọ̀ ní kẹ́rí bí báyẹn ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn onílàkàyè ló máa ti gbé pé ó ṣe náà wò fẹ́ dárúkọ yẹn gbogbo bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó ti yé gbogbo àwọn ẹni ó ti yé àwọn tó nílàkàyè pé Buhari kankan ní
Chairman of Boko Haram.
Síkìtì yẹn gan wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìlú tá a wà yìí. Àwọn ìpọ́blẹ̀tì ìlú èyí.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n bi yín bàbá mi. Ǹjẹ́ bá ṣe ń bá lọ yìí? Ìjà àṣírí kankan ló máa fẹ́ tú báyìí tí gbogbo nǹkan máa fọ́n yányán ju bó ṣe ń yẹ lọ báyìí. Ló ta ní tí mo fẹ́ gbọ́ nìyẹn. Yeah, I've seen it, Jacolushola, yes. Oh yes, mo rántí ní Dubai, yes. Yes, I remember, yeah. Yeah. Six Nigerian sentence. 6 Nigerian sentence for funding Boko Haram terror. This was in 2020, November 10. 6 Nigerians are facing prison terms of 10 years to life after the Federal Appeal Court in United Arab Emirates upheld their conviction for funding the terrorist group Boko Haram. Àmín. Àmín.
Báńkì wọn, àwọn kápọ̀sì wọn, wọ́n wà ní House of Senate, wọ́n wà ní House of Representatives, gbogbo wọn wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti ìfíṣì ẹ̀ ti pẹ́. Ẹ mọ̀ wọ́n tó yẹ kó ti tag as terrorist, kò tag wọn as terrorist. Orúkọ wọn ní bandit. Ní àwọn international bí wọ́n bá fojú sí wọn lára. But nígbà tí máa yẹ ti máa ń pọ̀rọ̀ tó ti tú kẹ̀kẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ síta.
Ti exposition ti jáde báyìí.
Ó ti kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ gan-an. Kódà American president máa gbọ́ nǹkan tí máa yí sọ.
Kò sí.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Wike inú ọgbọ́n ẹgbẹ́ ogun kan tí máa yí sọ. Kò sí nǹkan pátápátá máa fi bò fún wa mọ́ Ọlọ́run tí ń pa ìpínlẹ̀ àṣírí wọn.
Kódà ẹ ṣe gan ni.
Owó ní ká máa fi ṣe prógrámù.
Àníṣe mi ò ní kankan mi àmọ́ ojoojúmọ́ ni òun la máa fi sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn because exposition pọ̀ nínú ẹ̀ tí bàbá yẹn fi sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ ṣe gan ni àwọn tí wọ́n wà ní UAE, Dubai. Thank you very much all our Biafra brothers and sisters. Bear with us. I cannot stop our people from speaking our language because our language is very, very important. But I'm sure you will carry along and you go to hear the ingbati. Now, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi ní gbogbo àgbáyé. Ṣé kò ń ṣe pé Ọlọ́run ti fẹ́ kẹ́wájú bá tẹ̀ ṣe ń rò lọ? Because if anybody would tell me that in the last 72 hours, Nigeria has become a breaking news. Every day na breaking news. Every blessed day, there is one breaking news to another breaking news. And a very good evening if you've just joined us. And welcome to where we tell the truth to the power. African Confidential says, if this doesn't wake up the people in Nigeria, I don't know what we do. This man has given us an exposition. And let me quickly give us, the wrap-up of the summary. Where is it now? That summary. Okay, let me first come here. These are 16 families burnt to death. Burnt. They were literally burnt to death. 16. If this was in Europe, every painstaking to know who is who will be determined from this dead body. But it is in Nigeria. I'm sure they probably just pack everything and dump it in one burial ground without finding out who is the baby among them, who is the mother among them. And one time, this picture is not a picture. These are dead people, as you can see from the images. Burnt to death. Look at the legs. That is the leg. That is the body. 16 people were burnt to death in Nigeria by the Buhari government that sponsored the terrorists. Is somebody with me? Is somebody listening that we have now been given an exposition? Let's go to US, where we have Mr. Femi. Okay, Baba mi.
Yes, sir.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. No retreat, no surrender. Ma fi media baye ti Lai Muhammed àti APC government jẹ́. Ma fi ti media, ma fi ba ti wọn jẹ́. A ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. Ẹgbọ́n sókè.
Ṣé rí Ọlọ́run ti ń jà, Ọlọ́run ti ń bá ṣe ẹ̀dọ́. Ẹgbẹ́ mo sọ̀rọ̀ kan fún yín jọ́ kan pé Ọlọ́run sọ pé bóun ṣe máa ṣe ó máa surprise wọn. Ẹgbẹ́ mo sọ fún yín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ máa rí. Ó máa surprise wọn. Ṣé rí máa tó jáde yẹn, ó make a lot of sense, ó make a lot of points. Tó lágbára jù. Gbogbo ẹ̀rọ láti mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ náà bọ̀ pé kí ẹ̀ fi lè jáde.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ó jáde síta.
Somebody in the know, ẹni tó mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ dáadáa, tó dẹ̀ bá wọn ṣe, tó bá wọn mu, tó bá wọn jẹ. Yes. Yes. Kò dẹ̀ gbéwèé kankan síwájú ẹ̀. Ọ̀fẹ́ ló sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo orin tó sọ. Yeah.
Ṣé bí máa yẹ ó make statement pa àwọn mídíà? Gbogbo mídíà Nàìjíríà ló fẹ́ kí wọ́n sọ wọ́n pa ẹ̀. For now. Anybody there, ó dàbí normal thing. Ó dàbí normal thing. Ẹ wọ ojú àwọn èèyàn tó ní kan kú tó súnmọ́lé. Nígbà tó bí àìgbé jáde, lọ́ọ̀ fi gbogbo ọmọ pápá àyẹ̀bá ẹni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Ben.
They are trouble.
Yes.
What did the next statement going back? I need that
Hey. 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 A bit so long.
Also a lot of things. We have to really come out and talk.
And talk.
Hey.
Got nothing to do with that.
We need the peace
Yeah.
in that country. In Yoruba land.
Yes.
So Yoruba land, I like to stand
these are dead bodies. Wọ́n sun wọ́n mọ́nú ilé. Òkú ọmọ kékeré lẹ̀ ń wò nílẹ̀ ẹlẹ́yẹn. Ọmọ kékeré lélẹ̀. Bọ́dì tẹ̀ ń wò lé. Ilé tó jọra kéré. Bọ́dì ọmọ kékeré nìyẹn. And nobody's talking about it. Nobody's analyzing it on journalist hangout, on TVC, on AIT, on... Oh my God. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó yẹ ká wà nínú ìbànújẹ́ ni. Pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Plateau lánàá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ parọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Anybody who doesn't talk about it.
Yes.
It's normal. It's
normal. Move on as if it is as if bó ṣe láti rí nìyẹn. Àwa tá wà níta à sọ fún Lai Mohammed pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ ó máa collapse ní láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà lágbọ́rọ̀ náà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá mi. Thanks very much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Oh yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Bàbá yẹn ti sọ ó ní àbí mo dẹ̀ make statement yẹn. Bàbá yẹn sọ pé ó ní ká jáde. Àwọn àní láti ní sùúrù dìgbà tí Nàìjíríà bá tí Buhari bá kò ní orí ìjọba. Ó ní àní láti ní sùúrù dìgbà tí Buhari bá kò.
So àní láti push ẹ̀.
Ká tó máa rally, ká tó máa ṣe everything. Ó ní àní láti jókòó tí ìgbà tó bá kò ní.
Ara ìdí tó dẹ̀ ṣe ń lé bàbá wa ti Sunday Igboho pa náà ni tó fẹ́ lé wọn pa, tó fẹ́ lọ attack wọn, tó fẹ́ pa wọ́n sínú ilé. Ara ìdí tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ṣe gbéra tó fẹ́ lọ ṣe jàǹbá fún bàbá wa ti Sunday Igboho tí Ọlọ́run fún wọn ṣe. Òun lára tí bàbá yìí sọ.
Ọlọ́run ti ń bá ṣẹlẹ̀.
Kódà, àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Thank you very much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Let's go straight. Mo rí kọ̀ọ̀kan láti Austria, direct call. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tẹ́ bá ṣì wà lórí ètò ẹ pè padà. Eléyìí tó pè náà direct ni. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Mo mọ̀ bí màmá ni àbọ̀kùnrin. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Yes, sir.
Màmá wa ni gbó.
Yeah. Nǹkan tí mo ṣe ń pè ní pé nǹkan tí woman tó sọ̀rọ̀ láti sọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ma.
It's easy for everybody to go out. Unfortunately, Nigeria is I don't even know what kind of country I can call that place. I don't want, the scary thing is that now you see what happened to Mr. Sunday Igboho. We got some people in jail.
Yes.
Just for freedom. So my own scary thing is that they can all go out. But who's going to protect them? They can be killing people, broad their life. These people, they don't give a damn. So I don't know how they can plan it off media.
Okay.
So that at least there's a backup, there's a tool, so that they don't get away with it.
Yeah.
Because they are dealing with some barbarian animals.
You're quite right.
I don't know what to say.
You're quite right. You're quite right.
That's my scary thing. We all striving, America, you can go out, we can all
yes. Yes.
Nobody's gonna fight you.
Definitely.
But you are living in a country that they don't give a damn about anybody's life.
Yes, you're right.
They don't care about. Yeah, so I just think, it's a shame. I feel like we're in a slavery. It's just that we don't have the slave ship back. It's just like this Hausa Fulani people, like they think they own the country, and the other way, they're nothing. So my own thing that's funny right now is that it is easy. I would not like to see any citizen to be killed as an animal.
Definitely. That's what we're worried about. But go ahead. Yes.
So I think we need to come about or plan a strategy. How can we go and protect news for nothing. So maybe that's what we need to focus on behind.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few things going on behind that is not going to come onto the social media again because of this terrorist Fulani government. Yes.
Yes. So that is my own thing.
All right.
Because all these things, and unfortunately, I hope one of the news anchors will have some a little bit of integrity, except whatever it is. Let me be honest. Why are they not showing about all these people that is burnt alive?
Yeah, they don't want to show it. Yeah. Only KOIKIMEDIA and the rest of the other media outside the country keep showing it. None of them is showing it.
Please.
Yeah. None of them.
Are you journalists, please? If you have a blood flowing through you,
yeah.
Please do the needful and let people know what is going on. I know you guys are scared. You don't want us to kidnap you. You don't want us to do. But remember that if this happens to your family, will you fall? Just think about it. If it happens to your family, will you fall? So please do the right thing. It's getting there. And I hope all our leaders, the urban, I know you guys feel like you're enjoying life right now, but you got something coming for you. Remember when they say, karma. The karma is coming. Please speak up. I'm not affected, but please speak up. Nigeria is known to be a great country. It doesn't make sense. I'm sitting down looking at the Minister of Health saying rubbish.
Yeah.
He's telling you all your doctors are leaving.
Yes.
And he's saying rubbish.
Rubbish, yeah.
Did they fry their brain?
Yeah.
Who fried their brain?
Yeah.
The main reason why I call is about, please, how can they do this rally without people getting killed?
Okay.
I'm tired of seeing bloodshed.
All right.
I'm tired of people dying.
I'm sure the creator will give us a way around it. Yeah. The creator will give us a way around it. Yeah.
I'm so ashamed. Because the minute you say Nigeria, we find the Boko Haram. I said, no, this is bad. No, I can't do this.
Okay. All right.
That's why I'm calling, sir, and I really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Really appreciate it. I really like to say thank you very much to all our mothers, our aunties, our uncles around the globe. And I guess we've got a call coming through as well. Hello, good evening, caller. Welcome to the program. Ekabo. Hello, caller. All right, it's not coming through. Maybe you can give it a go again. 26th of August 2021, exposition of these address issue raised in my interview. Autumn has also replied back the presidency. I guess the caller is coming again. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Ekabo Sorieto.
Hello.
Ekale Mama. Welcome on board.
Mr. Koiki.
Go ahead. I'm going loud and clear. I'm going back. Going back. No going back. Then. Amen.
Mr. Koiki, ojú òní tì í.
Àmín, àmín, ẹ ṣé
Ojú
gan
òní
ni.
tì í.
Àmín.
Ojú òní tì í fún mi tó wà.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run,
Ọlọ́run
àmín.
á gbé fún wa.
Àmín.
Ọlọ́run á gbà fún wa.
Àmín.
Àdàbí tí ọba tí Ọlọ́run lókè. Àdàbí tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ burúkú wọ́n ò mọ mi ní. Àdàbí yẹn nìkan. Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run á dójú tì wọ́n.
Àmín.
Yorùbá ló máa borí wọn lórúkọ
Àmín,
Jésù.
àmín. Ẹ ṣé gan ni màmá wa.
Ọlọ́run ló máa gbà á. A jẹ máa dìde, àwọn náà yìí nígbà ju wàlú. Mr. Koiki, àdákàdúrà.
Àwọn náà ló ń jẹ́ kí gbogbo òun ló ń jẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa tú bó ṣe ń tú báyìí. Àdúrà yẹn náà ni.
Ó lọ máa fún àwọn ọ̀gá àwọn lágbára láti máa di ara wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àdúrà yẹn náà ni. Àdúrà yẹn náà ló ń tú gbogbo ẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Àmín. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. No going back. No going back.
We shall be the winner.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni màmá wa. Thank you very much. Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àmín. Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ parọ́. Àmín. Thank you very much. Once again, in tí à ń gbọ́ tó ń jáde, gbígbàdúrà ni o, kò ń ṣe kinní kankan. Nítorí pé ìgbà tí wọ́n gbé bàbá ẹ̀ tó fẹ́, ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ pè direct láti France àti Austria, ẹ láǹfààní àti pè padà. If we have to extend the program, lọ́ọ̀bì kankan lálẹ́, so ká máa bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ náà ni. Torí pé mídíà Nàìjíríà, irọ́ ti pọ̀jù nínú ẹ̀. Mídíà Nàìjíríà wọ̀ ní sọ òtítọ́. Mídíà Nàìjíríà tó bá sọ, wọ́n máa lé wọn mú ni. Ó ní fídíò kan tí mo kàn fi gbé jáde, bọ̀kọ́ kan ń wọlé bọ̀ náà, ó dà ń pé Dublin àbí Ireland lè +33 àbí France. Hello caller. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá. Àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run torí oríire gbáà ni, torí tí bàbá yẹn sọ oríire ni, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ló jáde ńbẹ̀. Hey, àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ní ìwọ́nà bá lóun fẹ́ ṣe pọ̀ gbogbo àmàlẹ́ máa fojú sápá nọ́mbà 1 ló lè jẹ́ nọ́mbà 6 lọ́wọ́ fẹ́ gbogbo.
Àdúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run.
Aláwọ̀ àwọn iṣẹ́ yìí rò wípé irú ọ̀gbẹ́ni ilé ìjáde ìhó 35 years experience.
35 kò ń ṣe kékeré rárá.
Ó ti sáàbù president bíi 6.
Kódà mo tẹ̀ rò pé mo rójú ẹ̀ rí. Ó lè máa ti ṣe, èmi ò rò pé mo rójú ẹ̀ rí, mo lè parọ́. Mo rò pé mo rójú ẹ̀ rí. Mo rò pé mo rójú wọn rí. Mo like point time raise mẹ́rin bàbá mi. Ó náà wọn ò tí ì rí, wọ́n náà wọn ò tí ì rí irú president rí láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn tí ń tẹ̀lé àwọn president.
Ó lóun lè ti sá president Babangida ní Yar'Adua ní Ọbásanjọ́ ní orírú ẹni irú
nepotistic. Kí ló dé?
Nepotistic one side person ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ Fúlàní everywhere. Àwọn olóhùn orírú eléyìí rí. Ó ní àwọn hardliner kó wà nínú ẹgbẹ́ yẹn, àwọn hardliner kó wà ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì yẹn nínú Aso Rock hardliner wọ́n determine láti Islamize this country. Ẹ mọ̀ kí ni ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mú ìgò ẹjọ́ fídíò yẹn lọ gbé kúrò bìkan wọ́n lè lọ sọ fún YouTube kó bá ọyọ́.
Èmi àbá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ bá ó ti wà lórí KOIKIMEDIA archive, bọ́ bá gbé ọ́ kúrò lọ́dọ̀ wọn náà ó ti wà lọ́wọ́. Ó ti wà lọ́wọ́ ti wà lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ bí ṣe ń ṣe ló download sórí archive wa. Ó ní agbára. Ẹ dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Thank you very much sir. Hey.
Àwọn Yorùbá leader tó ń bá ṣẹ́ńtẹ́ bá ti lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà bàbá yẹn sìn bàbá yẹn ẹni ní ìtọ́jánì ní ìtọ́jánì lélẹ́yìn sìn.
Ó tẹ̀ lọ́rọ̀ kan tí mo rí tí kan ní wọ́n tẹ̀ sọ but mo ṣe ń wá ní ìyẹn wọ́n sọ ní ibo lọ́tẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ ó ní tábìlì kan tí wọ́n grant lánàá. Ìtọ́tọ́rìn wo lágo mélòó? Aago mélòó? Ẹ ṣé gan ni, thank you very much. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa tí wọ́n fi ohùn bá wa sọ̀rọ̀. This our because a máa pè wọ́n ní bàbá wa náà ni. He said that he has been working with different presidents, but he has never seen such a president like this Fulani man, nepotism. There's something I want to hear. I found it here. It's on this day. This day, no. I want us to look at it. The Delta State Governor keynote address yesterday. Let us quickly look into this. Once again, a very, very good evening and welcome to those of you that have joined us. Bad governance, ethno-religious conflict, bane of Nigerians' unity, says Okowa. The Delta of Governor State, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, yesterday, Wednesday, said bad governance, ethno-religious conflict, and lack of faith in the electoral process were major causes of disunity in Nigeria. Irolupa. It is more than that. It is more than that because this man has given us a new exposition of the reason why that contraction is not working. A very good evening. Si mama wa Bisi gbogbo yin pátápátá ni mo ń kí ẹ̀yin mama wa, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa. Let's go straight. We have a new caller. Ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè. Okay. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wà ní UK, ẹ lè pè direct if the WhatsApp is giving headache. It doesn't matter for me. If you're in UK, you can call direct. Àwọn tó wà níta ẹ pè lórí WhatsApp. And tó ti sign petition, ẹ lọ bá wa sign it. Let's come back to what this man was saying. Okowa. Okay, let's go straight. We've got a caller back again. Hello? All right, I'm going to pick that Austria call because it's a direct call. About mute the background. And mute it. Pátápátá mo ti gbé call yín.
Hello?
Ẹ wọlé sir. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá wa.
Yeah, evening, sir.
Good evening. Welcome to the program.
I want to say something.
Go ahead, sir.
You're forgetting something this man said yesterday. Okay?
Okay?
He said these people don't care about anything. Even though if there's 10% casualty, 20% casualty, that man is an intelligent officer.
He is.
Just giving us hints, and we are forgetting it. So if you put the whole population of Nigeria, 10% casualty, 20% casualty, that means the killings have not started, sir.
The killing have not started. So should we be worried? Because Dr. Malafia said the same thing. I'm going to play that video before the end of this broadcast. And he's coming out as well. We should be more worried.
Well, and he said something again at the end. If we let this man finish his term, whatever is happening now will be like a child's play.
Wow.
I didn't know if people really follow the video to the end. It should be like a child's play if we let him finish his term.
Wow.
So, well,
Oda.
I know that Nigerians are sleeping. Hey. That they don't have to
Nigerians are sleeping. And each time we sleep, this kind of attack that I've just been showing us earlier of these killings. This was Plateau State yesterday. Apart from those that were burnt in the house, these were another set of people that were massacred.
I think they took the dead bodies to the government house.
Oh yeah, they did so. It was yesterday they took the body to the government house.
And that's the right thing to do, but it is not really the right thing. They should rise up and face. Everybody should rise up. I wonder how many are these Fulani people?
Hey, how many people?
Some are people I don't care. How many are they?
But they have sophisticated weapon, my brother. They have sophisticated weapon. I'm going to try and see if I can find that video again. These are the Fulani that you're talking about, my brother. Look at it.
They have. But once the masses come out to attack, they will not. We can overrun the military and take the weapon and fight the people who want to fight.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
Well, I just said I should just...
Thank you very much. Yes, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I greet every family all over the world as we are still enjoying the holiday with our family, and those that are still expecting Olajeki Ani Layo Alafia. It's almost 8:39. These are the jihadis, the terrorists, but the Nigerian government prefer to call them bandits, and the Nigerian youth are sleeping. We did a late night show yesterday. I was explaining how the Nigerian youth that we were talking to last year refused to listen to us. But now they're running away from the University of Jos because of the massacre that is currently taking place inside our university. These are the gathering of these criminals that eventually led to these killings that you saw here. These are innocent Nigerians burnt to death, 16 of them. These are different from the one below that I was showing you. So don't mix it up. These one are fresh body that we were still able to get. But this one, we couldn't even get the fresh body. All we have there now is ashes. And as you can see, they got cut off. Who gave them weapons? The man already told us. This, our Yoruba brother, uncle, father, that served the Nigerian government for 35 years, is now telling us the same thing. The same thing that Dr. Obadiah Lafia, the deputy governor, was also telling us. We'll remember that. Once again, the question is, are we all going to sit down and allow Fulani to kill every one of us? Or do we do something? We'll remember this video. Let's just remind ourselves again.
We created the first truly...
We'll remember this video. We've played it so many times. It's already on our Facebook. We'll remember her.
He even writes his name. He doesn't hide himself. This one is too bold and blunt. Ever since President Muhammad Buhari took over the mantle of leadership of this great country, Nigeria, we Hausa Fulani have come under severe media attack from enemy of progress. He has been standing on their way. Do you know what that means? God has started working among them. He agreed before he get there, but God puts confusion in their midst. But that confusion is not yet okay. We need more.
Thank you very much.
God that caused him to delay. If not, you know, our budget. You see how the man delay this, delay that, because the assignment given to him, what Nigeria is expecting, is different to the assignment on his table. Some people say the man is slow. The man, no. What he's facing is different to what we are talking. Are you telling me he doesn't have power to control fuel? He has power. But with who? At the time, Bob scatter everywhere. Kill all the manager and the director and the company. I will see who employ you. Whether that the body will come employ you from the grave. At the time, Bob scatter everywhere.
By the time Fulani kill you, just like they've done here. Just like they've done here. When this our mother was talking, a lot of the Christians were attacking her, were against her. But this man, yeah, is also saying, we no go gree, we no go gree. Governor Samuel Otom of Benue State has asked the presidency to respond to some of the questions he raised recently in an interview with Channels Television, rather than attack on him by the presidential spokesman, Malam Fulani Garba Shehu. In a statement signed by his press secretary, the Governor Otom said the statement released by presidency in response to his interview on Channels Television shows the quality of the presidency Nigeria currently has. The statement said presidency abandoned the message and went for the messenger. Are we all not in trouble? Let's hear Evangelist Fumi Layo.
Kill all the manager and the director and the company. I will see who employ you, whether that the body will come employ you from the grave. But let me make something clear to you, stupid fellow anti-us. Whether you love us or hate us, it doesn't change anything.
Did you hear that?
We are who we are.
Did you hear that?
And we will continue to remain like that.
Did you hear that?
We hate you even more. And we can never love you because you are all evidence.
Evidence.
And you know, the people they call evidence, anybody that did not follow, is
I hope you're
evidence
following.
to them. I pity those of you who keep deluding yourself that we can love and trust you.
Did you hear that?
Simply because you work against your people to our own advantage.
He's actually
Imagine that
talking
statement.
to Yoruba people that
He said
is
pity those
beating
people
their ass.
that they are giving them information,
Uh-huh.
helping them,
Uh-huh.
and supporting them to destroy this nation. He said no matter how you support them,
We
we
can
still
never,
hate you.
they can never love you. We
He's
hate
talking
you.
about Tinubu.
Uh-huh.
No, there's no way a Yoruba man will be a faithful Muslim. You are still an evidence to them
Did you hear that?
because you are Yoruba.
Did you hear that?
They say even though you work against
Then-
your people to our own advantage,
Did you hear
yet
that?
we hate you.
Did you hear that?
Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
They are the people that you can't say, you can't beg.
Uh-huh.
That thing called mercy is far away from.
Did you hear that?
Many of you have this message. You won't forward it to your brothers and
They
sisters.
won't forward it.
You will keep it to
I
yourself.
keep it to themselves.
And you say it is well with you.
It is not well. It is not well.
It is not well at all anywhere.
It
Nothing
is
is
not
well
well.
this time.
Nothing is well because if you look at all this now that is happening across the country, the question to ask everybody now is, do we still have, we know we don't have the mannequin called Buhari, but do we still have the vice president in the country? It's almost 9 o'clock. But remember, the conversation is around this, our uncle, father, brother, a Yoruba man. You can find that video of Evangelist. It's already on our YouTube. You can find it there. When you go on KOIKIMEDIA, you'll be able to find as many different videos as we upload. This is another brother standing with Sunday Boko.
100%. Yoruba nation now.
Yoruba nation now.
My big brother.
Thank you very much. Giacomo.
Don't give up. Don't let them scare you.
That's
Don't
it.
scare. Fuck all the motherfuckers.
That's it, man.
Odua nation.
No going
now.
back. Yes, so
Now.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Those are my US, comrade. They are my in the US, like, babe. If we get somebody that will sponsor that trip, why not? I'll come down to US. If I get somebody that will sponsor the trip. Let's also hear it
They
again.
can't scare us.
They can scare
We ain't
us.
scared about them.
We ain't scared about them.
We ain't scared for them.
We ain't scared for them. Yoruba
We ain't
nation.
scared shit.
We ain't their shit.
You gotta get
it.
what we're requesting for.
Yes.
100%.
100%. So keep going on our page. We upload as many videos on a daily basis, but we can't upload gruesome videos because of the situation, community. I'm sure you all know what that means. We won't be able to upload any gruesome video, but on our website, I'm going to start uploading some of those videos. But if you go on KOIKIMEDIA, let me go back on our page, right? So let's say you want to go on our page. It's called www.koikimedia. I've got it there already, saved. And then when you come there, the moment you click on the Fulani attack, I will be uploading as many videos all the time. I'm gonna upload a CB, and you can take whichever one you want and make use of it. These are the images that we cannot put on Facebook. These are human beings like myself and you. Their only offense, living in Nigeria. And people say we should keep one Nigeria. Did you see that? Atobini, Atokurin, kill them, massacre them. Look at it. And this is what I've been showing all these white people each time I go out now, especially the last time, Arsenal playing ground. I will be doing a lot of that more, going to all the football ground and creating more awareness of the attack, of the genocide committed by the Fulani government that we now have this exposition. So when you come there, you will see so many of those kind of videos. Let's just hear a minute of it from here as well.
What they want to do is to send a message to create fear and to show the military that we can come for you and there's nothing you can do. You may not know, I don't know whether it's out in the news, that the major has been killed. Belongs to some groups, and I know about 3 hours ago, his body was found. He has been killed. So, it's not about ransom. I just want to confirm to Marpe that she is right. It's not about ransom. They just want to pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban, they think about the Mujahideens, and they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia, and there is whatever thing they have in their head, and they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians.
Quickly, this part of what you just spoke about.
So you just had the full interview at the beginning of this broadcast. I just decided to snip that in as well. Once again, let us remember that we have to continue to educate, enlighten our people back home. And as we are watching on a daily basis, the Creator, Eledumare, will continue to expose these fraudulent Buhari government. They can hide, but they cannot run away. This was him when he was being interviewed.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
I will talk. Don't talk for him now. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He cannot talk for himself. He doesn't know. All he knows is wants to Islamize Nigeria. He doesn't know anything. What does he know? He doesn't know. All he knows is what is playing out here. All they know is what is playing out here. The killings of innocent Nigerians every blessed day. 16 families burnt to death in Plateau State yesterday. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and as I'm winding down, I say thank you very much to all our supporters, our viewers across the globe. And as you all continue to watch us, also remember to get the message circulated, spread across the length and breadth of this global community or the global world. Beba parọ́ fúnra yín pé Nàìjíríà máa ṣiṣẹ́, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ believe in one Nigeria. You're wasting your time. It does not matter. Election 2023 cannot solve this problem now on the table. Thank you very much, Mama Rukaya. Do you remember Obadiah interview when he said, oh yes, okay, now that you remind me, I still got about 2 minutes. Let me play that quickly. Dr. Obadiah. Let's go and play that. He reminded us that the problem is coming, but we neglected what he was saying. Okay, what happened there? All right, Dr. Obadiah. Welcome on board. Let's watch what Dr. Obadiah said.
Let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. 1 or 2 who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria. Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University.
You know what? I love that bit. I love that bit when they say, hey, and yet you didn't bum me. Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD. You think it's easy for somebody to get PhD? No, I don't have PhD. I want to need PhD. And exactly what our brother, our father. Oh, okay. What happened there? Okay, we lost that bit there. Anyway, Ashati Montiba Baba Sunday is exactly what he was telling us. Don't joke with me. I have PhD. Let's hear more.
I'm a central banker. We don't talk
nonsense. Who remember Obaifon?
Don't joke with what I'm telling you.
Was killed
I have
last
this from
year.
the highest possible authority, higher authorities of some of the commanders of the killers.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Badaya.
Who remember him? He's
no,
gone.
current.
Again, they said he was bandit. He was terrorist.
No, they said one of them is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. One of them.
Was it not the same thing that this former Navy officer is telling
us? They have more than enough money. In fact, he told me they just came back from.
Who remember this? Our Kabiesi or Baifon? Who remember him? Talonoti Kabiesi, Kolonfuri G Kabiesi. They told us lies. It was bandits that killed Ondo traditional ruler Olufon of Ifon. But I say terrorists have killed a prominent traditional ruler in Ondo State, Oba Israel Adeusi, who was the Olufon of Ifon. Ifon is located in Oshi local government area of the state in the southwest Nigeria. He was returning back to his town from Akure, the Ondo State capital, where he went for a meeting, just like every other person does as well. But today, he has become an history because he was taken away when the time has not approached. Are we waiting for more of our kings to be taken away before they speak out? It's up to them. At least we have somebody that came out very bold in regard to whatever the consequence that he might be facing. He came out and told us exactly what we need to know regarding all the atrocity of Buhari's government. I'm talking about this man that spoke at length during that very big exposition. And this exposition is something that we will continue to review on KOIKIMEDIA, as we call it. I say thank you very much to this our uncle, Ti Alale Torinyilo Funwa. Again, let us remember that every person that was killed had a dream that one day they will have big house in Nigeria. I don't know whether it was this one, but a video has been sent to me of either this person or one of those that got killed at the Nigerian Defense Academy of a very beautiful house that is still almost ready at Banana Island. Somebody have sent me a video where either the wife or a family friend were excited. Wow, they were like, hey, Jesus, hey, this beautiful house. but he can no longer live in that house. He's gone. He was born in January 1978. That means he's about 44 or somewhere around there. Nigeria has now shattered the dream. At least, from what I'm told, this one, the wife is pregnant. But we lost our sister that never had opportunity to give us another Yoruba son or daughter before she was killed by the Nigerian terrorist government, and that is Tolulokpe Arotile. Just like Jumoke was also killed by the Lagos state. I'm sure you all remember Jumoke was killed as well. We can only pray for all these. And just again, we lost Pelumi. Pelumi was a journalist that was working with Goa TV. Pelumi was killed last year. Who remember? I'm just giving us, these are the kind of the new ones. We talk about so many ones that have been taken away in short. These are people that were not even up to their 30 years age. Pelumi never gave birth. He was a journalist just like what I'm doing, but he was killed inside the contraction we call Nigeria. And that is why we are saying we have that option. And we also will never forget, even though some of them were one Nigeria, the NSAS protesters that were killed, more than 100 of them. We will continue to remember them as well. My name has not changed. My name remained the same. And I'd like to say thank you very much for staying tuned. I'm a bit tired, that's why I can't go a bit further. You remember we had a late night and I've been up. I had a bit of sleep in the middle, but I need to come off now so that I can also, take more time and relax. And we fire up again as usual from tomorrow. You never know where I will be, but I'll be at different places at different time. And we'll continue to give you what to want little will be ìwọ náà ni ìwọ mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹkùn náà kò ń ṣe ìmọ̀mọ́ alálùbáríkà tẹ wà ńlẹ̀ tí yín tẹ́tí gbọ́n àwọn tó ọ̀gbọ́n là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó fi parẹ́ lórí Nàìjíríà má parẹ́ fún Nàìjíríà tó bá parẹ́ wò wọn ò ní rántí ẹ mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin màmá wa tí ẹ wà lórí ìjókòó nínú ooru tẹ́ ń fi ọkàn bá lọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ra data tó pọ̀ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀bẹ̀ ṣe ń gbọ́ tèmi náà lẹ́ ń gbọ́ tàwọn tó kù. It's not easy. Àwa náà sanwó ní bíbá mẹ́rin. It cost me a lot of money, with my internet because of the job I do, as well here. But again, àwa ṣì ní access for a lot. Ẹ lọ bá wa sign, ẹ ṣe gan mama wa Rukayat, ẹ lọ sign petition yẹn. It's very, very important. Ìjọ kan, a kò máa jí láàárọ̀. Wá kọ̀ fún wa ní exposition tó kọ̀ máa dá gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ pátápátá. Díẹ̀ ló kù. Mo mọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ exposition tèmi ń wá ń tèmi, but mo ò ní sọ. Èyí náà máa fọkàn sí pé kakọ̀ jí láàárọ̀ la Koiki kọ́kọ́ sọ fún wa pé kíní kan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ kí gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ wálẹ̀ yìí. Irú exposition ẹ̀ lè ní dúró dè. Ó dẹ̀ ń bọ̀. Àwọn tó ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ tó ń parọ́ fúnra wọn. Ìkànnù wọn Ọlọ́run máa bá wa tì í. Ẹ̀mí à ń wọnú ẹ̀ báyìí. A ti sọ tán kó tó mọ̀ pé kí ló ń sọ báyìí. Ó dẹ̀ máa sọ á fún wa ní evidence. Èmi ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ exposition yẹn. Ó ní kan tèmi wá tí mò ń bẹ Ọlọ́run fún pé kó jọ̀ọ́ kó ṣàbáwí sọ síta kó dẹ̀ fún wa ní evidence ẹ̀ ní fídíò ní kó má fún wa ní picture tó máa jẹ́ video evidence kódà kó jẹ́ kókò jẹ́ 30 minutes pé kìíní tẹ̀ ń wá yẹn látijọ́ KOIKIMEDIA òun lélẹ́yìí. Bí Nàìjíríà ṣe máa lọ nìyẹn o. Ẹ lọ wo Soviet Union December 26, 1991 ó pín 15 countries ló jáde nínú ẹ̀. Bọ́lá ọ̀dẹ́ ṣe máa ṣe fún wa nìyẹn láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà. A gbọ́dọ̀ sinmi kò gbọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ wá. Tí kò bá ti rẹ̀ mí kò gbọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ yín náà. Ẹ ṣé gan gbogbo èèyàn olólùfẹ́ wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí lẹ́ti ẹnu bàbá wa ti Sunday Igboho. Wọ́n ní kí n kí gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire níbikíbi tí gbogbo wa bá wà pé ká má jẹ́ kó sú wa ká má jẹ́ kó rẹ̀ wá. Yoruba Nation is a peaceful movement and we are not going back. And on that note, as usual, ẹ jẹ́ ká enjoy the last track of our normal video before we say have a very good evening. You will not hear my sound again till tomorrow. Àfi tá bá ríro emergency breaking news yẹn. Tí bá ríro news tí mo wá yẹn, kódà màá gbé program títí di ìgbà yẹn títí dàárọ̀ ni. torí pé mo mọ̀ pé yẹn ló máa pín Nàìjíríà pátápátá ẹ̀yin náà máa fọkàn bá lọ pé irú kí ni Koiki lè máa sọ o èmi mọ̀ nínú má pè mí lẹ́yìn kó béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi èmi mọ orú nǹkan tí mò ń wá kó ṣàfihàn mi ní fídíò ẹ̀ 30 seconds kó dẹ̀ sọ pé kíní yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀ pátá gbogbo ẹ̀ pín nìyẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i ó dàárọ̀ oorun ayọ̀ òun la máa sùn.
Big Body ọmọ Olúwa dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀ ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀. Amalgamation in Nigeria created by the enemy of black men. Then where the black never civilize. Location 9, that is what it is. The country where the leader said the people's glory. They turn their children to prostitute and the toy boy children to terrorists. Now, terrorists on the takeover. Yoruba people say we know they do again. Say hold the true our nation, that is what we want now. Freedom, 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 freedom. Who the fuck they come and free us? Freedom, 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 freedom. Now, location 9 ìlú Boko Haram, ìlú àwọn hush politician àti S-men. Fake promises every year, fake miracle everywhere, fake military anywhere. Now, all the dry people wanna go. The Afro people wanna go. Location 419 need to break for freedom, 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 freedom. We need the freedom, 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 freedom. Kusina kusomi kusonja kusana kusisi kari tibili tabili si ha. Free education and audio. Good security na one chance. Over 100 million people don't work. All my nigga need a job, they know they see work. They want to go to farm full and near attack. Don't give me any fucking reason why we no go. Even many people say they wanna go. Freedom, 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 freedom. No bad back on the road to our republic. I think I saw up to Africa to come and enslave us, and you call it colonization. You join one nation together and you call it one Nigeria. I tell you we are one, when only Yoruba never get themselves right. But you join us together, even with the people who never think like us. And since then, you damage our culture, you damage our language, and you damage our way of life. Just because of your whole greediness. Since 2014, come to Nigeria, come and separate what you have together as one. We are not one, we can never be one. We don't have the same culture, we don't speak the same language. We just came here from nowhere and match us together. Who make it God over us? We don't know anything about us. We just come here from nowhere and match us together. Since then we never get it right. So IG ẹ má sùn àsìkò ti tó láti jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ lẹ́ bàbá yín. A fool at 60 is a fool forever. Ẹ má sùn.